Need to move this mic up. It's not for people over 6 feet tall. You know what I'm talking about? Tuck, did you get that joke? Not listening. Okay. If I could have everybody's attention real quick, I got a couple of key announcements. If you are already eating, you are wrong because the food is not blessed. So could be in trouble there. So I'll leave that between you and God. But we're going to bless the food here real quick. First of all, this is my first welcome to the banquet of the best team in the state of Texas. Y'all give a hand for these awesome boys. I happen to have the good fortune to be the head coach here at Vandegrift High School, and I'm so thankful to be standing before you tonight and so proud of these young men and our amazing community that I'm looking out upon. I can't put into words how much I appreciate everybody in this room. We do a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to ask Coach Timmerman to come up and bless the food, and then we're going to have some videos for you to watch. While we're watching the videos, we'll have food brought out and all that stuff, and so y'all just enjoy watching the videos while you eat. And while the videos are playing, it is acceptable to cheer. It is acceptable to get excited, okay? That's the kind of spirit we want because these guys were good and are good. So we want to be excited about that. Yeah, give them a hand. There we go. Barnard, Ethan started that. We have one quick thing out there. Parents, at some point in the night, right before we start the final awards, okay, so when we start the discipline, effort, toughness, honor, and all that stuff, the bidding will stop on the game balls. And so there are some special things out there that autographed by every team member, used in that game with the score of the game, and there's one season ball that says our record 12-2, and so please bid on that. Just know all that money goes to Coach Sanders' vacation fund. I'm just joking. That'll go back to the kids. Dang it. But that, and guys, that's the cool thing. That joke was free. I've got two more coming later in the night. So, okay. So we are so happy to have you guys. We're really happy to have Coach Timmerman on our staff. He's done such an amazing job with everything he's touched, from recruiting to all the other stuff he does. Y'all give a hand for Coach Timmerman as he comes to pray for us.
All right, if you'll bow your heads with me, let's give thanks for what we got. Father God, we just want to come before you today, and we just thank you so much for the young men and the families represented in this room. We thank you for this season that we were able to have, God, just the success, but more so just the time together. We thank you for the way that you've raised these young men up into a family, moved them from individuals forward, how we get to be a part of that as coaches, and how the families integrate into that. We thank you for that blessing. We pray that we were honoring you through all those games and that time, and that we would continue this message forward through our lives, through this meal, and out into our community. We love you and thank you. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Okay, so Coach Cheatham, whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and start playing the videos, and then Jill, when you can tell y'all, go ahead and eat your salad if you haven't already. And then I do want to welcome our group from the interweb that is watching us live. Glad you guys are here. We also are live streaming this, and thanks for Merle being here too. And so y'all go ahead and chow down. Wow, we were pretty good, weren't we? So, I'd like, if everybody's okay, they're going to be passing out food and stuff like that. Is everybody okay? Go ahead and start our program, and we just kind of eat and keep going. Is everybody good with that? Okay. I heard we got some winter weather coming in today, so we probably need to get going, don't we? Okay, so first of all, I want to say a quick thanks to Coach Cheatham for doing the videos, and say y'all give a hand for Coach Cheatham doing a great job over there. What a fun night. This is the time of year that I actually get a little reflective about being the head coach of Vandegrift for a while. This is my 13th banquet that we've done, our 12th year of varsity football. And I meant what I said earlier. This is one of the proudest things to take a second and recognize what wonderful young men we have here. And when I say that, I'm not just saying that. I really do mean it. It is an easy place to go to work. And I know I speak for all of us guys. We feel the exact same way. Like when we walk in the office, we know we have a bunch of guys that are going to try to do everything we ask them to do to the best of their ability every single day. And the results show, don't they, parents? And obviously we have good athletes. That's not within question. But the difference maker is how coachable our young men are and how great effort they give at all times and every day. Like off season is actually, it's hard, but it's fun because the guys were just whatever you got, coach, bring it. And that's the senior class all the way down. So excited about tonight and our banquet. I do want to say a quick thank you, and I think we need a rousing applause for Jill Shepard and her crew to set all this stuff up. Appreciate you, Jill, more than you know. You're not gonna like this one. I'm gonna recognize you here in just a second. So that's not on the script, but so we've gotten to watch some of our videos. We do have a few more fun videos to show, but we need to kind of get into my thank yous real quick while food is happening, everything else. So y'all feel free to eat. Whatever else, I know the bathrooms are right down there. You need to go to the bathroom, do that. But we're just going to keep going while you eat, so don't feel bad about that. All right, so we have a lot of traditions at Vandegrift, right? The sword. We touch the sword on the way out to games, guys, right? Big deal. We only put Vandegrift on our jerseys on the front. We don't put Vipers, even though Vipers is a really cool mascot. We put Vandegrift because that's the name we play for, right, men? Right? That's what's in our heart. Well, along with those amazing traditions is Coach Sanders always tells 2 jokes at every banquet, okay? And so, are y'all ready for this? All right. Tonight, I've got 2 jokes. I worked really hard, hours and hours, searching on the internet and just copied them, but did not make them up. Tonight, first joke is a pirate joke. Are you ready? Figured we can make fun of pirates. That's one of the things that's okay. All right. 2 pirates. We'll just call them Pirate 1 and Pirate 2. Meet in a bar. Pirate 1 has a patch over one eye, a hook for a hand, and a wooden peg leg. What they call the pirate trifecta. Pirate 2 hadn't seen the other pirate in a while, so he was kind of surprised. Pirate 2 says, me gads, matey, what happened to you? Pirate 1 says, me pirate ship was attacked, and a lucky shot lopped off me leg, so now I got me a wooden peg. How does the accent? Is it good, or? Okay, I think it's kind of Irish pirate. I don't know what's happening. Oh, so how about your hand? When me ship sank, a shark bit me hand off, so now I got me a hooks. Okay, but what's with the eye patch, sir? Well, see, I was standing on the poop deck, and the biggest seagull I ever saw poops right in me eye. And he goes, hey, you don't go blind from no seagull poop. True, but it was me first day with me hook. Yeah, all right. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Okay, I got one more. All right. We do want to thank our sponsors, and then we'll get to my last joke here in a second. I would like to read a few names. I will tell you, our sponsorship program is amazing. Liz did such a good job with that this year. Really appreciate Liz Barnard and all the work she did and her crew. But our sponsors, I want to mention real quick, because we have several of them here, Independence Title, Covert Cadillac GMC, Chicken Express, Marlis Oliver and Smoky Denmark Sausage Company. Dr. Crawford is here, and Austin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rudy's is here. Dr. Molina couldn't be here tonight. Dr. Z and Baylor Scott White couldn't be here tonight, but they just do so much for us. Steiner Ranch Steakhouse, Bartley Real Estate in Krista Spring does a lot for us. Chris Province CPA, Texas Malibu, Aaron Turnley, and Card My Yard. Can we give them a hand for all their help? Okay, I'm going to ask for some people to stand. So I know kind of it's embarrassing, but just stand up and help me out on this so we can clap for you. It's just one time. But it takes a small army to put on a football game, and we made that happen over 30 to 40 times this year. And so what our facility looks like on a game night is truly amazing. From our helmet crew to filmers to chain crew to concessions to photographers to announcers. Can y'all give them a hand real quick? And if you'd like to stand, if you helped in that, thank you so much. Okay, can our booster committee chairs stand? All of our wonderful people that were booster committee chairs. Would you mind standing, parents? Y'all were so helpful. Can y'all give them a round of applause? Thank y'all. Could not do it without you guys. The voice of the Vipers is here. Merle Bertrand, right back there. Everybody get up for Merle. Merle and I have had some sticky negotiations, haven't we, over the years? But we've worked really hard to stick together. Merle, guys, has been here since the doors opened, and he's amazing. And I can tell you, between me and him, we can pretty much remember every play that's happened for Viper football. And so we appreciate you more than you know, Merle. And so appreciate him. Yeah, give him a hand. Give him a hand. Finish up that. That's good. Also, Hank and Scott are with him there in the booth. Bon Jones came back for one game, did the Cedar Park game for us, so we appreciate him. But Brad Stanton's taken over in the booth. And so can we give Brad a hand? He is here. I said hi to him earlier tonight. We mentioned thanking Liz earlier. She also did the senior slideshow. Y'all give a hand for Liz. You're going to see that here in a second. Okay, let's see. Jim Parker Photography, please buy pictures from him. He's so talented, and so appreciate him. Leslie Ferris helped us. Leslie Ferris Designs does an amazing job with our stuff here. Those pictures out there were designed by her with some help from yours truly. All right, how about we encourage and cheer for our amazing assistant coaches? Our coaches, coaching staff, will y'all stand up? We all stand up and everybody let y'all cheer for them. They're amazing. I will tell you, I get way too much credit when things go right, and these guys are absolutely, they're here before the kids get here. They're there after the kids leave, and so just so appreciative of all of them. Our trainers, Doc B and Doc S, where are y'all? I would love to give y'all a hand. They're gonna get up here in a second and recognize our amazing student trainers. We have a very strong student trainer program, and I'm so thankful for them. I want to tell you guys that in front of everybody. Y'all be recognized in a second. Some of those girls over there would take the mic real quick over, so I got to be careful with them. But yeah, Maya for sure. So, but appreciate them. They're amazing. Okay, players, I'm going to need your help. I know we've got our fork in our hand, but let's put our fork down and clap for our parents. They're awesome. So give them a hand. Tell them thank you for all they do. Okay. Well, we really couldn't do this without our spouses. And so I would like to say a thank you to my wife, Janet. This is year 24 of marriage, right? That's pretty good, isn't it, guys? 24 years. And we have been all over the state of Texas, and we are both very thankful to have found Vandegrift. and be here and raise our family here and become part of this amazing community. But Janet, I couldn't thank you enough for all you've done. Let's give a hand for all of our amazing coaches' spouses that get it done every week. Now, we appreciate their patience. Okay, speaking of spouses, every Christmas, the family and I like to go spend a couple of days in Fredericksburg, Texas. Have y'all been there? Nice town. If you haven't, you need to go there. It's a nice town, kind of fun stuff to go. And we did this again this year. And as Janet and I are walking down the sidewalk, it was funny because the store there had a sign and it said, "Talking dog for sale." And I was like, man, Janet, come here. Let's check this out. I gotta see what's happening. So I walk right up to the counter, nod at the owner who's right there, and I go lean right over the dog and say, "Talk." And he goes, "Yes." And so I decided to go right into the meat of the subject, and I say, "Hey, what have you done with your life, dog?" And the dog says, "Sir, actually, I've led a very full life. I've lived in the Alps and rescuing avalanche victims, and then I served in my country. I served my country in Iraq, sniffing for bombs, and then now I spend my days reading to the residents of the local retirement home." And, you know, as you guys would, I was blown away. And so I asked the owner, "Why would you ever get rid of a dog like that?" And the owner says, "Because he's a liar. He's never done any of that." Okay. Probably been better with a pirate accent, maybe. I should have told it. Yeah, with that. Okay. Tucker, you said thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay, thanks, Tuck. Okay. I do want to recognize a few people. So if we could get my leadership council guys to come on up. Come on, leadership council guys. I'm going to ask you to pass out some pictures for me. So as these guys come up, let me talk about them. This is a great chance to brag on them. Ethan, if you guys will come over here, y'all stay in the front of the stage and just pass these out among yourselves. Each have like one or two, and then y'all can, I'll tell you who to give them to. These guys you're looking at, as you know, we have amazing young men. These men here are the leaders that are elected by their teammates and for their leadership capabilities. We meet once a week, and they basically set the pulse of the team. So if they wanted uniforms, we'll talk about uniforms. They want chrome helmets, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about how to lead, and we have a kind of a leadership training we go through. We do this once a week, and then we also talk about what's coming up in the team. And I will tell you, this is year 26 that I've coached, and it's absolutely amazing. Parents, I know you'll agree with me on this. How many times do your kids teach you something? You thought you learned it all, and then your kids just teach you one more thing about patience, or one more thing about, I shouldn't say that about somebody, or I shouldn't think that or do that. These young men every week teach me something. And so I'm so thankful for all these guys. You're looking at future leaders right now. And I'm so proud of them. All right, so let's recognize some people. We have some people kind of spread out, so they'll kind of raise their hands, and if somebody will just take a picture to them, and then after you do that, you can go have a seat. All right. I do want to, Jamie, if you can raise your hand, if you wouldn't mind taking Charlie's for him. Somebody will go over there and give that to Jamie for me. Thank you. Is that Shep? New haircut. I haven't got used to that. I would like to say, hey, guys, why don't y'all kind of move a little bit that way? So, yeah, there we go. So I can kind of be in the middle, and I'm kind of a big deal. So let's move that way. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Reese. You're actually taller than me almost, right, standing on the floor. But I do want to, Charlie had some family stuff he had to deal with today. That's the first banquet Charlie's ever missed in all of our years working together. And I'm telling you, there is, in the pandemic and all the stuff that's been happening, there may not be a more difficult job than a high school principal. And I just want to take a second. I know he's not here, but everybody give him a hand for his leadership and what he's done for our community, keeping our school open, taking care of kids. He's an amazing guy. And so, Jamie, if you can get that to him for me, I'd appreciate that. All right, so we have our assistant principals here. So we have Jamie Spexarth, Nick Asmus, Susie couldn't be here tonight, Amanda Wilson, Jeremy Fry, and Brittany couldn't be here tonight. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go to that back table. If you could wave again, Jamie. Okay, thank you guys. Y'all give a hand for our amazing assistant principals and all they do for our school. The interesting thing about the assistant principals is a lot of times it's like the training room. You don't want to go there, right? But the trainers are really great people. It's the same for those wonderful assistant principals. They care about your kids and work behind the scenes way more than you know. So thank you guys for that. All right, our team doctors, only one is here. Dr. Crawford, I didn't get a chance to see where you sat. Where are you, Dr. Crawford? Okay, awesome. So Dr. Crawford does our orthopedic stuff, is amazing, even taking care of my own son. And Dr. Crawford, you don't know how much I appreciate you and all you do for our program. So thank you so much. So if somebody give him his gift, and y'all give a hand for Dr. Crawford. And then Dr. Molina and Dr. Zielinski, if you wouldn't mind delivering that to Dr. Crawford too, and then we'll figure out where it goes from there. But if we can have two more go to Dr. Crawford for me. They couldn't be here tonight, and they sent their regards. Okay, our athletic director, Jonathan Lamb. Where are you, Coach Lamb? There you are. All right, so real quick, guys. Yes, he can get one of those, and I also have something else. All right. Before I give this to Coach Lamb, I'd like to give you a game ball today for all your work for keeping sports going and all this craziness. Guys, you do not know all the stuff he worked, our conversations and all the stuff he did to make sure that we got fans in the stands, right? You guys could watch your boys do their thing, and then we kept playing games. And there never was a blink from that office. They were like, we're going to play, we're going to allow parents to watch. And that's a rare thing now. And so can we give a big round of applause for our athletic director? Thank you, Coach Lamb. All right, let's recognize our booster board. So Laura Peck, where's Laura? President. Y'all go ahead and deliver one of those to her. Pam Province is somewhere out there. Where are you, Pam? Okay, thank you, Pam. Kevin Witt is out there. Okay. VP. And Josh Arnold, still over there. Josh, there's Josh over there. Somebody deliver one to him. Josh Arnold, right up. Josh, you can wave one more time. There we go. Everybody should know who you are, Josh, by now. I know. Okay. Let's see where I am. Okay, guys, that's it. So y'all can just put the extras right there, and I'll deal with those later. Okay. I do want to have if Reese, if you can stay up here for me, you can put that down. Reese, I'd like for you to deliver this to our outgoing president, Laura Peck. Laura, thank you for all your work. You are amazing. You made it go this year. Reese, stay on up here. Come on. One more time. Okay. And I want to recognize one more person. I'm just going to keep pulling out footballs. I mean, it's pretty crazy, right? All right. This is for Jill, and I said I was going to embarrass Jill a little bit. Jill Shepard does hospitality. She's done it for multiple years, and I'm telling you guys, it's all the stuff, like every time your child says, I forgot my snack, well, I'll just get a snack from the snack closet. That's a great term, right? The snack closet. Jill put those there. Every meal every pregame meal your son ate for all 4 years was organized by Jill. Every banquet that you've attended was organized by Jill. I could go on and on. We have a limit on our banquet time here tonight, but I hope, Jill, you know how much I appreciate you, how much I thank you for your friendship. Ben, thank you for sharing Jill. She's an amazing person, and I really appreciate her. Can we give him a hand? All right, yes, that is a term, the snack closet. The guys know it, they love it. And it's sometimes the only meal they eat that day. Sometimes they forget food or whatever else. So anyway, so all right, moving on, and then we're going to get a chance to recognize our student trainers. So Doc, y'all can kind of start getting organized and ready for that. This is our last kind of recognition. All right, we have an award here called the Lori Giles Award. And this is one of those rewarding things that I've had a chance to be a part of from the beginning. Lori Giles was a booster here. We since lost her to cancer in 2011. But if you would have known Lori, she was a lot like you guys. She worked behind the scenes. She always had a smile on her face. She really did anything that we needed. We were starting up the program, and she was truly the mom that said, Drew, what do you need? How can I help? And it was every week she was asking me, how could she help? And so it's very fitting that the Volunteer of the Year award is named in her honor. This year's award winner is a person that basically does everything this year, did everything this year. We ran out of sponsor stuff, and this wonderful person said, I'll do sponsorships. And then we needed, somebody had to resign on another committee that was communication. She said, you know what, I'll go ahead and do that too. And another great example is we didn't have anybody for the senior slideshow. She says, you know what, I'll do that too. And that's kind of been her attitude the whole time she's been here. And so our Lori Giles Award winner goes to Liz Barnard. Come on up, Liz. Okay, our training program. Time to recognize these amazing student trainers we have. So Doc S, Doc B, y'all come on up. And then guys, as we do this, kids, we're not going to walk on the stage. It's just a little bit, as you guys say, sus, okay? So we're going to kind of walk in front of this, okay? So we're going to be right over there, kiddos, and we'll walk in front and then go back to our seat. So y'all come over here. This is our first time. Don't walk on the stage. Don't walk on the stage. Don't do it. Good. There you go, Caitlin, all the way over there. I don't know what order y'all are in. Doc, are they in grade order? What are they in? Man, this is going to be difficult. Grade and alphabetical. Doc B, I don't know if we can do this, so.
You got it. It's even the right height. Okay, thank you guys. Also, parents, one of my favorite things this year was Saturday morning treatments. How many of your kids showed up every weekend? It was a joy for me and Doc B to work with them, so thank you guys so much. So we're going to start by introducing our student trainers, our underclassmen first, the 17 that worked at least 7 varsity games this year. So freshman Carmina Minkoff. Okay. Sophomore Mihal Petrelin. Katie Stanton. Hey, juniors Liberty Denson. Elizabeth Keene. Ella Roseblade. Julia Ruiz. Alondra Sanchez. Caitlin Stallings. Addie Timmerman. And Jimena Bella Romero. Okay. I don't think most people realize how much work these kids are putting in. They're the ones that are putting jerseys in lockers. They're washing jerseys. They're exchanging helmets when you decide on Tuesday afternoon you want chrome helmets instead of the black helmets. They're going in and switching it out, setting up locker room at away games so that when they get back in, there's Gatorade chews and Gatorade and water to drink. Just unbelievable things they do behind the scenes. So talk about our 4 seniors this year. First one's been a member of our program for 4 years, Emma Almond. So Emma has worked Emma's worked football, wrestling, boys basketball. She's done a little bit of everything for us. She's always great because she's always a great communicator. Whenever somebody says something's hurting, but hey, don't tell Doc, we don't want him to not play, she finds a way to tell us. So we can at least check on them and make sure they're okay. Our other 4-year member is Maya Gabby. Maya has worked football, baseball, boys basketball for us. She was also a Texas State Athletic Trainer Association academic All-State this year. Best thing about Maya is always her leadership and her charisma. She has the ability, whenever we need something done, she can get 10 or 12 kids just like that to come help and get it done. It's never a question. Whenever I need it done, she takes care of setting up the sideline. She doesn't care about taping. She's ready to do all the dirty work. Thank you so much, Maya. Okay, next is Mayon Malky. This is our 3rd year. She joined us as the end of her 9th grade year when she moved from out of state. She's also worked football and boys basketball for 3 years. She is also a TSATA academic All-State. You always know Maya because she's laughing hysterically every time somebody comes in the training room, and she cries for 2 weeks at the end of every season because she misses football. Every single year. It never fails. Okay, our last senior tonight is Anna Pierce. Anna came to us as a 10th grader after she got injured in gymnastics. We thought we were going to get her for 1 year, and she stuck around. She's a legacy. Her brother's been here. Her sister's been part of the program, so we're glad she joined us. She holds a pride that she's always the best taper in the room because she practices all the time. I think most of these boys agree. She does a fantastic job. So. All right, thank you so much, guys.
There's not a person on my team in 16 years that has consistently beat me to the ball every play. That ain't got nothing to do with talent. That's just got everything to do with effort. Nothing else. All I ever knew was effort will get me seen on tape. Effort will get me noticed to get to the league. Effort could one day take care of my mom and my kids. Effort is with inside. And I'm still grinding because the next kid is talking about he getting too old. Keep watching me if I ain't. Nobody ain't got to convince me of what I do. I do what I do because I do what I do because I'm built from something. There's 2 sides of pain. There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. You remember what that feels like. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it. Because see, pain is tricky. Because if you don't control pain, it'll control you.
All right. What an awesome video. I always love that, how they take the intro video and then turn it into players from this year. This fires me up. I know it does you. So here's what I need. My underclassmen, we always recognize our underclassmen first. I think we're doing great on time. So my underclassmen, we're going to recognize you. So I need you to line up in numerical order. So all my underclassmen line up here with Coach Woolkind. So go ahead and start doing that. While they're organizing, I've got a couple stats for you. If I could have a couple of other coaches maybe to shake hands and stuff like that. So just a couple other coaches that wouldn't mind doing that for me. It doesn't have to be everybody. Okay, So as they line up, let's talk about a few stats for our team this year. As we mentioned, this is 12 years of varsity play. You would kind of think we would be done with first, but here are a few things that this group did that was the best ever. Best pass defense in school history, 104 yards per game. Third best all-time scoring defense, while replacing 8 on defense at the beginning of the year. Another great record at home this year at the Viper Pit. The last 4 years at home, we are 21-2. Our varsity district record over the last 4 years, is 28-2. Our average margin of victory this year, our biggest ever, it was number 3 in the entire state, all 1,400 schools. We averaged winning in our wins by 38 points a game. Obviously the highest in Vandegrift history. That's the most turnover we've ever forced in a season. We actually had 6 games with 3 or more takeaways this year. Offensively, we set a school record for yards per play at 7.81 yards average per play. That is tied with, we always like to compare other things, tied with Ohio State, number 1 in the nation for comparison, okay? We set a school record, listen guys, we set a school record for number of total touchdowns thrown, by the way, by 3 different people, with 46 touchdowns thrown. And we've got some, yeah, we can clap for that. And since we made the move to 6A, you know, obviously our program has changed and improved since we came into 6A. I distinctly remember in 2015, after the season, a lot of people, I'm not saying anybody in here, but I heard many people say, not necessarily positive comments to me about moving to 6A. How could we be successful? How will we do there? And I think the proof is in the pudding. Would you guys agree that we're okay in 6A? So let's look at a couple of records offensively that this team set since we've been in 6A. Obviously, it's the toughest competition in the entire state is Class 6A. Everybody knows that. Big difference between 5A and 6A. Our new records regarding 6A, we were 42. This is our highest scoring offense we've ever had since we've been in 6A. And third overall, 42.1 points per game for our offense. And then most yards since we've been in 6A, we averaged almost 400 yards a game. And then explosive plays, 10 plus runs and 15 plus passes in explosive play, 123 explosive plays this year. Yeah, give a hand for the offensive guys. Okay, and if you'll humor me, why don't we take a walk down memory lane and take about 3 minutes to list our games that we won this year in our season. We started off the year with a really fun win, our largest margin of victory in our storied history with our arch rival and state-ranked, at the time, Cedar Park Timberwolves, winning 42-7. That runs our record, 3 wins out of the last 4 years against the Timberwolves. The guys then dominate a salty Ellison team, 31-14. And then we finally got to play San Angelo Central. We had that canceled the year before. And we win in a hostile road environment, 45-13. Miss Shepard took a specific enjoyment out of that win. They had some new fancy lights, right, that they never got to use. Sorry, San Angelo. Now we go into District 25 6A play. We open up with Stony Point. Last year we got a forfeit win, and we know those are no fun. So we went ahead and won 56-21 to start off District 1-0. Next up, our rival, the Vista Ridge Rangers. Vipers win again, 53-7. That is our 6th win in a row over the Rangers. Next up, a road game versus the McNeil Mavericks, and the Vipers win this one 49-7. We run our all-time record versus McNeil to 6-0. After another dominating 35-7 victory over respected program Cedar Ridge, we now come to face Round Rock Westwood at home for homecoming. The Vipers are ready for that test, winning 70-3. The next regular game season was against Hutto. We go on the road in their brand new, almost finished, right, coaches? Press box. They got hit by a couple of falling timbers, I think, in the press box. and we win, spoil their opening game 49-9. We don't want to talk about the next game. We lose to Round Rock. Unfortunately, they made a few more plays than us. That was our first regular season loss at home since 2017. So that shows we'll start a new streak. That shows how much we've won at home. Heading into the next matchup, the Vipers could take some solace in the fact that we were, for the fourth year in a row, either co-district champs or district champs. Now we move into the playoffs and face San Marcos, and we face the kind of the battle of the snakes, right? Who's the real snake? And we win, of course, and we go up 42-0 at half and win final score 52-14. We run our program record to a pristine 10-0 in first round playoff games in our history as a school. And this next game was a big one. We are now facing an 11-0 Shirt Cibolo Steel team that we have lost to in 16 and 17, and they were running the table in the San Antonio area, and we were a dog by 2 scores heading into the game. Everyone forgot to tell the Vipers that night, because in one of our most complete games in Viper history, and I can tell you I've been at every one of them, it was an impressive game. Offense, defense, kicking game, coaches, to a complete 38-0 victory over Steel. The first time in history they've ever been shut out at home. It's never happened. And then we take on another undefeated team, Vela, who runs the Valley. They dominate everybody in the Valley, and we get after them, winning in Corpus. We didn't necessarily like the drive down to Corpus, but we got the results done in 38-14. And then, of course, we face a dominant Westlake team and lose big. But I do want to say something about that. You know, football is a humbling game. And that was a humbling day for me and our boys. But I will tell you this, one game never defines these boys. One game would never, absolutely never define what these guys accomplished in the season and for our community and what they did. I'm going to tell you, it was an unbelievable season and unbelievable leadership. And can we give these young men a hand for a 12-2 regional finalist season? Great job. All right, so let's recognize these guys. So when you hear these certain terms, I do want to talk about it. First of all, we've got 51 academic all-district guys. 51. How great is that? So if you let me explain a couple of awards. If you get academic all-district, that means you had an A average in season. So not only you, I'm having a hard time, only you are playing a sport, but you also make A's during that sport, if that makes sense. So that's hard to do. And so we have 51 of those. So when you hear academic all-district, that's that. Academic all-state is for seniors only. And there's only 697 of those in the entire state, and we had multiple ones of those. That's out of 14,000 athletes. And those are, like I said, senior only. And then we recognize it's called the all-district team of 25-6A, and I want to make sure everybody understands what this is. I don't get to vote. I don't get a vote. You go into a room, and then the coaches just vote. They know who your guys are. You list your people, and then the coaches vote. It's actually illegal for you to say anything about your team or vote for your own team, okay? And so basically the people that get on that are the people that the other coaches in the district respect and fear. And so when you see somebody named all-district, it's a really big honor because that means the other coaches on the other teams planned against you. They knew who you were, that kind of thing. So that's what that means. And I haven't seen the all-state stuff out yet, so that's coming soon. We did have several on all Central Texas or all Centex, so that's excited. That's picked by the sports writers. So why don't we get busy recognizing these guys? I'm going to read their name, and I'm going to tell you the awards they got. They're going to walk across real quick, and then they can head back to their seat, and we're going to clap for them. Can we do this? All right, let's do it. Why don't we start? Who we got here? Miles Coleman. Come on down, Miles. Number 2. Miles will be a junior next year, varsity letter, and he was an honorable mention all-district wide receiver for District 25-6A. Give a hand for Miles Coleman. All right. Rajon Middleton. Come on across, Rajon. Senior next year, also earned his varsity letter. So proud of you, Rajon. All right, number 5, Braden Buchanan. He'll be a senior next year, varsity letter. Academic All-District. He also earned District 25-6A MVP of the entire district. He also owns several all-time Viper records already, but we won't talk about that until next year, okay? So I don't want to get him a big head, right? So, all right, keep it up, Braden. All right. Next up, number 12, Hudson Lilly. Hudson, senior next year. Earned his varsity letter and academic all-district. Okay, number 14, Jace Goglin. Junior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district. All right, number 16, Andrew Scott. Senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district, and he also earned honorable mention all-district defensive back. Number 17, Jordan Oliver, junior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district. Way to go, Jordan. All right, number 20, Alex Foster. Alex will be a junior next year, varsity letter, and he earned District 25-6A Defensive Newcomer of the Year for the entire district. All right, number 21, Charlie Oliver. He'll be a senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district, and he earned honorable mention all-district tight end. Great job. All right, number 22, Cruz Orta. He'll be a senior next year, varsity letter and academic all-district. Number 23, Alex Witt. Alex will be a senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district, and he earned honorable mention all-district running back for District 25-6A. All right, number 24, Connor Freeman. Connor, senior next year, varsity letter and academic all-district. Number 27, Davis Scott, senior next year, varsity letter and academic all-district. All right, number 29, Braden Holter. Braden's going to be a senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district. All right, number 30, Hayden Arnold. Hayden will be a senior next year. He earned his varsity letter. He earned academic all-district and first team all-district kicker for District 25-6A. Number 32, Reese Trevino. Reese will be a senior next year and earned his varsity letter. Number 33, Cole McQuain. Cole will be a senior next year and earn his varsity letter. Number 37, Isaiah Thompson. Isaiah will be a senior next year and varsity letter. All right, number 42, Oliver Yendo. Oliver, senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district, and second team all-district defensive line for District 25-6A. All right, number 44, MD Connor. MD will be a senior next year. He earned his varsity letter and academic all-district. Number 53, Austin Spielis. Austin will be a senior next year, varsity letter and academic all-district. Number 54, Gage Garrison. Be a junior next year, varsity letter and academic all-district. Number 62, Ethan Wood. Junior next year, varsity letter and another academic all-district. Number 72, Ian Reed. Ian will be a senior next year, varsity letter, academic all-district, and District 25-6A Offensive Lineman of the Year. Number 74, Keller Eccles, senior next year, varsity letter, and academic all-district. Number 75, Ryan Jeffries. Ryan will be a senior next year, a varsity letter, and academic all-district. All right, number 78, Sam Perry. Sam will be a junior next year and varsity letter. Number 81, Grant Lindley. Senior next year, varsity letter, and academic all-district. Okay, 82, Beck Ormond. Beck will be a senior next year, varsity letter, and academic all-district. Okay, number 88, Sebastian Caveton. Junior next year, varsity letter, and academic all-district. Okay, number 90, Charlie Stanton. Senior next year, varsity letter, and academic all-district. All right, and I think that is it. All right, will everybody give a hand for all of our guys? Okay, so I think we are ready for our seniors now. And so let's see how we're doing. We are doing really, really good. You guys are witnessing maybe one of the best banquets in the history of banquets. Okay. Seniors, we're now moving on. Parents, what we do, we're to this takes a little bit longer, but it's okay because our seniors are worth it, okay? So we are going to take just a bit to talk about our senior class, and then we are going to have some fun videos. They're kind of part roast, part toast. The guys do the roasting, the coaches do the toasting. Parents, just know there's a lot of inside jokes. Even I don't understand all of them. I kind of let some of them go, and then some of them I'm like, I have to stop. So it's just, I'm not responsible for anything that happens, okay? I really am, so I actually took some stuff out. But most of it's good, though. 42 guys on our senior class. And so let's look a little bit. And underclassmen parents, I would like for you to bear with me. As we play our fun videos, each one is about a minute or two of each young man. Bear with me because I know you might want to leave and get away. This is the best part, I think. If you'll think with me a second of what you're watching and what you're looking at is a young man that has given his life to something for 4 years and has worked hard. And so when you see these guys up here, whether they were a starter, a role player, a team player, they're all amazing to me. And they deserve recognition. Would you guys agree with that? And so let's give them their due and let's be excited about it. If everybody will do me a favor, check out that flyer on all your tables. It has a black background, and it's got a picture of all of our amazing seniors. Seniors, those are for you to take home. We want you to keep that. There's 100 of them, and there's only 42. Parents, if you want to take one, that's okay too. Make sure your senior gets at least one. Like I said, there's 100 of them. But look at these things to celebrate. The winningest class in Vandegrift history, 45 wins and 6A wins in 4 years. How about that, guys? 81 wins, and this isn't these guys. These guys were in elementary school when this happened, but I do like to point out 81 wins in 8 years. It's hard to build a consistent winner, isn't it, parents? Year after year, find a way to win. 81 wins in the last 8 years. Look at our 6A district record the last 4 years. That is program record. We have won, as a program, the last 4 years, 136 games, lost 9 and tied 1, and that's a 93% winning percentage. Playoffs 10 of the last 11 years, 9 years in a row. Double-digit wins for 4 years in a row and 6 out of the last 8 years. We tied our highest passing rate to 99%. One of these days, we're going to have 100% passing. 20 academic all-state. And then last stat, and then we will give a shout-out or we'll watch our slideshow is what we'll do. Last stat. We are the winningest program in Leander ISD history the first 12 years of a varsity program. No one has opened a school and won like Vandegrift has done it in Leander ISD history. Last thing, I absolutely love this senior class. Seniors, you need to hear this. You were goofy. You were fun. Really goofy at times. But I can tell you, it wasn't a day that me, and I speak for all these guys, where we didn't enjoy walking into the locker room. Now, we weren't sure what we were going to find when we walked in there, but it was always going to be good. It was going to be lighthearted. You're going to take care of each other. And don't forget, you worked your tail off, seniors. You really did. And you did everything the coaches asked. And the results are there because of that. And so, from me to you guys, I appreciate you all a lot. Our 4 captains, would you mind standing up and can we clap for them? Just unbelievable leadership from these 4 guys. Shep and Griff and Ethan and Reese. Such great guys. Okay, so now we've got I call it a baby slideshow, but it's basically we're going to take pictures of when they're really cute and then we're going to mold them to the ugly mugs they are now, okay? It is so fun, though. So sit back. It's about a 10-minute slideshow. This is the one Liz made for us. It's amazing. After this, we have a special young man, very special young man we're going to recognize named Ari, okay? So I don't know where Ari is. Where's Ari at? Where's Ari at? Oh, hey, Ari. All right. After the slideshow, come on up, Ari, okay? Okay. All right, we're ready for that slideshow, Coach Cheatham. how'd you get on the sideline for that NFL game?
I actually had a backstage, like on-field access.
I like football. So anyway, we'll talk later, okay, Iceman? All right. Okay, Coach Wilkind, are you here ready to help? Okay. I think it's that time to recognize our very special manager, Ari. Ari, come on up. Okay. Okay. Face everybody here. Okay. This is Armand. Here, stand up just a little bit so everybody can. Right there. Perfect. Okay. This is Armand. The first time I met Armand, I was standing in the hallway at Vandegrift, and I was trying to get the guys to do, I don't remember what, it was a study, maybe it was a study hall. We were out in the hall for some reason, maybe wrestling. It was wrestling practices, and we couldn't be in the mat room or the wrestling room. And so I'm like, guys, be quiet. And then all of a sudden I see this voice, or hear this voice down there, and he's just like saying something along the lines of, "What'd it do?" or something along the lines of that. And he is apparently friends with all these guys, and they know him, he knows them, and back and forth, and they're talking, and so I get on to him, it's like, "Hey, Armand, please," or I didn't know his name. I said, "Sir, please, we're trying to study." And he turns around and immediately goes, "What'd it do?" to the next guy, And I was introduced to Armand. So I did, real quick, Armand, this is your time to be toasted, but I did want to share something. Did you know Tommy is watching right now on the live stream right over there? And you guys don't know, but he was Tommy's understudy for 3 years. And Tommy actually just texted me, and you can look at the text. I'm not making this up. You would think I'm making this up. I'm not, actually. So Tommy says, "Doing great, Coach." What's up, Tommy? "Doing great, Coach. Awesome banquet so far. I can't wait to honor Armand next." And I said, "Anything you want me to tell Armand?" You want to hear what he had to say? He said, "You have come a long way, Armand. You've put in the hard work, and I couldn't be more proud of you for encouraging our boys. Go Vipers." That's straight from Tommy. What do you think about that, Armand? Good? Okay. So thanks, Tommy, for building him up and teaching him how to do things. Let's talk a little bit about Ari. This is easy to do. Ari's easy to brag on. So let's talk about what he liked to do. Like I said, he was Tommy's understudy for 3 years. He watched every move that Tommy made, and he did it exactly like Tommy did, and he did an amazing job. He loved to pump up the team, right, Ari? You love to encourage. He loved just being out at practice. Sometimes so much so I'd have to ask him to move out of the middle of the drill, right, guys? But he would do it. He liked to run. Parents, I know we love to, watch our kids do stuff. I'm telling you, if you could have seen Ari run around practice, he loved a chance to show everybody how fast he was. He holds the current Viper record for holding the most footballs at one time. 8, was it 8? 8, yep. 8 footballs all at once. I got a picture somewhere. But I don't know if you guys knew this. He's an Eagle Scout. How cool is that? And then his best skill of them all, in addition to pumping up the boys, was catching kicks, right? And so he would stay back there and catch at least one per practice. And so we loved, and he always tried to get me in the middle of practice. I'd be coaching, and he'd be yelling at me, "Coach Sanders, take my picture. Coach Sanders, take my picture," while I'm coaching. But we're going to miss Armand. We do have a special gift. Well, first of all, Armand, you know that poster outside is for you, so you make sure and take that home, okay? And then we also have a special gift. Go ahead and bring it up, Coach. We have certificates, first of all. And then we've got an autographed by the team helmet for you, Armand, to put in your room. So we're really happy to have Armand, and congratulations. And Armand, did you want to say just something real quick to thank the boys for being their manager? Okay, give a hand for Armand.
I just really like to thank all the coaches and all the guys that they've done for me for these past 3 seasons I've been part of football. I'd like to thank Tommy too. Tommy's been so inspirational for me. I like that he was pushing me, and he was the one that made me start this this program. So he taught me here at Vandegrift of how football works. So then I learned from him for 2 years. He was able to tell me all the stuff that he can do. So from there, I'm able to take it from him, and I'm able to do better things like in practice and giving out speeches to you all. And seniors, you guys were great. Good luck on the next phase. Juniors, sophomores, good luck on your next year. Go Vipers!
All right, that was awesome. Okay, so now we do a little player kind of, like I said, roast toast. So we divide them up into positions. We have our tight ends, running backs, and kickers. I need you guys to come line up right over here. So all my seniors that were my tight ends, my running backs, and my kickers come right over here. And then we're going to brag on you guys through video. And then wide receivers, be ready, because as soon as this group is done, wide receivers, senior wide receivers are next. Yeah, I think that's it. So we do need right now, we would have, how we're going to do this is Shepard's going to come stand up here. So come on up, Shep. And then Coach Wilkine, you're talking about Shep, right? Yep. So you're going to come up here too. So coaches, this is how it's going to work. And parents, from here on out, I'm just going to go sit down and enjoy this. We're going to have the young man that's getting roasted and toasted up there. He's going to be standing here. He's going to be standing with the coach that says this final awards or whatever else. Once that's done, he's going to leave and you can go sit down, and then the next person will play his video while the coaches come on up and get going. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, this is our last phase of the banquet, and so we're pumped to recognize our amazing senior class. So let's get started, no better with number 0, Ryan Shepard. So.
Side to watch. I'm gonna watch this side.
Shep's a really nice dude. He's really good at football and lacrosse. He's weird sometimes. Like in the locker room, he gets really weird. He touches me.
He gives me nice hugs and he touches me a lot.
Shep, thanks for a great 4 years. Hard to really sum it up and put a bow on it here in a short talk. Kind of feel like I'm breaking up from a long-term relationship. Hard to see you go, going to miss you a ton, but an unbelievable career. First thing I think about is Chester Cheeto and that awesome shirt that you wore all the time under your uniform, which sort of summed up sort of your unique and exciting personality. Shep did it his own way, but he also did it the Viper way. And in fact, I can't think of anybody who could sum up our 4 hallmarks of discipline, effort, toughness, and honor more than Shep. He embodied that on the field and off the field. On the field for us as a running back, he did it all. Tough yards, big plays outside, great blocker, could catch the ball, could even throw the ball. Almost played linebacker for a minute. Thank goodness that didn't stick, and we got him back at running back. But, you know, one performance that stands out for me for Shep was his Brennan performance junior year. Third round of playoffs, we needed everything we could get to get a big victory against a tough opponent, and Shep did it all that game, got every tough yard, every tough first down, led us to the 4th round of the playoffs. It was really an amazing performance that showed what kind of player he was, gave so much to this program. The lasting image of our last game this year, you know, after it didn't go the way we wanted to, and talking to Shep, and he just looked at peace, and I knew it was because he was a guy who knew he'd give everything he could to the program at all times. Never cut a corner, incredibly coachable, great student of the game. Thanks so much, Shep. Awesome career, man. Love you, gonna miss you. Great job.
Ryan Shepard, varsity letter winner, academic all-district, 25 6A first team all-district running back, honorable mention academic all-state, team captain, couple records as well. He was 5th for rushing yards in a season in 2021, and he's 4th for a career all-time for Vandegrift in attempts, rushing yards, and rushing TDs. Ryan Shepard.
All right, Landon, your legs are really smooth. I like them a lot. I like them a lot.
I've known Landon for a couple of years for both football and baseball. He's a great teammate and he's fun to be around. And when it comes to a weight room, I have not seen someone who was breaking the law in the weight room so much. Whenever like Friday pregame lifts, supposed to be ankling, Holly just like has the stretch bands like yeah, that's all I can say.
Madden's a really nice dude. He always has a positive attitude, and when we're out at practice, it always just seems like he wants to be out there, and it kind of gives everyone else energy when we were practicing.
Landon, I remember when you first started here as a freshman, from day one on the field, you brought a spirit and an energy to this program. And I connected with it then, and I connected with it for 4 years, man. Loved coaching you, loved everything you brought to the program. I think of the passion and the energy that you competed with. In practice, man, you were one of our biggest energy givers. Even when you were out hurt, you always brought it. Maybe sometimes brought a little bit too much with all the diving for passes that we tried to get you out of. I could never seem to get you to agree with me on that. But otherwise, I loved what you did, a true Viper in every way. Pretty unique that Landon played offensive tackle as a sophomore in the varsity and then transitioned to his natural position of tight end. And pretty rare to be able to be an all-district performer at 2 different positions. That's pretty incredible. As a tight end, Landon had an amazing year this year. Working the middle of the field, getting big first downs, big catches in every way, and especially dominating as an edge blocker. You know, we faced a lot of people that had a lot of defensive ends that were supposed to be really good and were talked up, and boy, they never performed great against us, and a big part of that was the way Landon just dominated the edge blocking, and a huge part of our success on the offense this year. Unbelievable career, Landon. Thanks for everything you do, and one more time for you. Woo!
3-year varsity letter, first team all district.
Barbosa, you were a great teammate this year and for the past couple of years.
Ever since Barbosa was my teammate, I thought he was fun, he was chill, and I couldn't ask more for a teammate. Although from time to time he'd be like so mellowed out, be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna come to practice. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, whatever. And this year, I noticed that he had like broken cleats and stuff. He'd be like, had like a hole like this big. He'd be like, man, it's a big hole. I don't care. I'm gonna kick with it anyway.
Barbosa, honestly, it's weird. I didn't even know you had a first name. It's weird for me to say it. Like, it might be the first time I've ever said it. Just always affectionately known as Barbosa. And I think Barbosa is one of those guys, an incredible team player who really, the kind of guy that's crucial to our success and why we're so good as a program. You know, and Barbosa, I just want to thank you for your contribution in that regard, whether it be how hard you worked at practice, whether it be how you helped Coach Winship this year, doing whatever it asked of you to set up, support in any way, and you were always there consistent with your effort, consistent in doing that. I know Coach Winship couldn't be here today, but he really had some words that he wanted to share of how much you meant to him. He just felt like you helped him and actually mentored him in his new role this season and helped him understand sort of how things work and supported him. And so he was very, very grateful for that. Obviously did a good job as a kicker when your number was called in the field, performed tremendously. Started out as an O lineman and then size-wise changed a little bit and ended up just being a kicker, but did a great job there. And again, just, really, I think, dedicated to the team and dedicated to what we're trying to do, and that does not go unnoticed. So thank you so much for an incredible 4 years. Thanks so much for your humble consistency, and we're truly going to miss you.
Alvaro Barbosa, varsity letter winner, academic all-district.
Griffin, can you send me the assignment? Griffin, can you send me the assignment, please? It literally took me 2 minutes. I just need it. Like, I don't know how to do it. I just need it. I just need to see what it looks like. How to do it. You send it. I just need to see what it looks like. Sure. Can you send it? Thanks, bro. Sure. Thanks, bro.
Well, maybe with a red shirt year, you can start on JV. Well, maybe with a red shirt year, you can start on JV. Good thing you're good at school because there's nothing in between your hands you can catch.
Will, I really enjoyed being in English with you. I really enjoyed hanging out in the locker room together. And when we would hang out in the locker room together.
Will, you're the kind of player that every great team needs. Will, you're the kind of player that every great team needs. Your enthusiasm, your effort, your enthusiasm, they all added value to the team. They all added value to the team, and especially our position group. I don't know if you know this, but there are times throughout the entire season where you led just by having these character traits, just by having these character traits, and just by being yourself. I know that in the future you're going to do great things. I know that in the future you're going to do great things, and Viper football is going to really miss you.
Will Province, academic all-district, second team, academic all-state.
Vaughn, I've never met a kicker who has kicked my hand more than has kicked the ball.
I've never met a kicker who has Vaughn, I mean, I really don't know how you kick an onside kick behind the line of scrimmage. I really don't know how you kick an onside kick behind the line.
Well, it's been amazing being your friend and being able to have someone to talk to you every day and just enjoy life. And I know you like heavy metal music and being a metalhead, but sometimes it's not good to have lead being that metal.
Vaughn, you've been a good friend with me for these past 2 years. I like the way you kicked. I like to help out outside practices with you in the morning. I'm going to miss this. And I'm going to miss this. Kicker Nation! Kicker Nation!
Vaughn, you're a great guy. I love you, but nobody wants to hear heavy metal music in the locker room at 6 a.m. Nobody wants to hear heavy metal music in the locker room.
Iceman. Man, can you have a better nickname than that? Just want to say it again. Iceman. Iceman, honestly, I think reached legendary status within the team. Like he's kind of like a rock star. And just appreciated by the guys for who he is, But when I think of Vaughn, how much he changed and improved and matured over 4 years in the program, unbelievable from this tiny freshman, scared and quiet freshman to this all of a sudden confident senior who's kind of rocked up and big and really to put himself out there with his teammates and really to put himself out there with his teammates. And he worked really, really hard. He worked hard at being a kicker and developed there. And he worked hard in the weight room, and that's the part that stands out for me. And he worked hard even more, developed physically, and that allowed him to be a better performer on the field. So really proud of Vaughn for that. He came out of the shell this year. He was so excited to be on the varsity. And he was so excited to be on the varsity, and passion to be a part of that was so evident. And maybe sometimes just a tiny little bit too overzealous. Sometimes kind of thinking about that huddle painting incident for a second there, but we won't go into too much detail about that, Vaughn. But really, Vaun did a great job as a kicker. Could be counted on when we needed him to perform tremendously in the game. He got in and did a great job kicking his extra points. Kickoffs were really on point. And just a fun guy who was always ready to commit to the team. Just had a tremendous senior year. Great growth, as I said. Really proud of you, Vaughn. Great career. Really proud of you, Vaughn, man. Great career. Awesome job, man.
Hey, Vaughn, the Iceman Russell, varsity letter winner, academic all-district. So, need the wide receiver group to come up and get lined up, please.
Hey, as they come up, a quick announcement. So this is the perfect time, moms, dads, if you want one of those footballs, biddings, it always gets super hectic, so we're moving the bidding up this year than the other years. So when we start awards, that's the final thing. So maybe if your son's not going, you might want to go out there and check the bids, because when we start final awards, bidding's over. And so we've got wide receiver group, just so you can know, we've got offensive line, and then we go D-line, linebackers, and defensive backs. So that's our groups. So be aware. So parents, it's a perfect time. If your son's not going or whatever else, you want to check bids, let's do that. And that was awesome. Great first group. And so now we get to move on to wide receivers. And Coach, starting with number 1, right? Reese Beecham. All right. You got it, Coach Jim.
Among us. Sus. I think that Reese is a good player. He was amazing this past 3 years. Outstanding. Good. I'm thinking of keeping them in my memories and keep in touch with them.
Reese, I love being with you every day in the locker room at practice. You always put a smile on my face and everyone else.
Reese, what an outstanding high school career in which you played virtually every position on the field, it seemed, from wide receiver to quarterback to safety to punt and kick returner and even running back at times. Reese, man, you did it all, and you succeeded in all of those positions. But aside from your obvious athletic ability, there's a couple things that really stood out to me about you. First is your sense of humor. Although Reese sort of seems quiet at times, those that really know Reese know just how hilarious of a person you are. And the second is your competitiveness. Reese, you are one of the most competitive guys I have ever coached. From practice to workouts to games to even cornhole in the backyard. Reese was always locked in and one of the most competitive guys I've ever been around. So, Reese, man, I can't say enough how much I appreciate you, how much you've meant to me and to this program over the last 4 years. Best of luck to you in the future. Thanks, Reese.
All right, Reese Beecham, varsity letter, academic all-district, unanimous 25-6A first team all-district wide receiver, honorable mention academic all-state, all-Syntax third team wide receiver, team captain, 4th all-time single-season receiving yards, 3rd all-time career receiving touchdowns, 2nd all-time single-season receiving touchdowns, 1st all-time single-season kick return yards, 1st all-time single-season combined return yards, 2nd all-time career punt return average, 2nd all-time kick return yards in a season, and 1st all-time career kick return average, Reese Beecham.
Graham's a really nice dude. He puts in the work every day, really hard worker, and probably sleeps the most out of any person I've ever met.
Graham, why are you so tired today?
Oh, I only got 16 hours of sleep last night.
Oh, okay.
Graylin, you're a really great football player, and you're lucky that you're a great football player because there's absolutely nothing between your ears.
Graylin, after 2 years together, the word I would use is toughness for you. I was so excited to see you develop as a leader in our meeting room this year, on the field, the way you led our team, but mainly through toughness. Just showing up every day, having a great attitude, grinding on the field, grinding in practice. But man, I've been so blessed to coach you the past 2 years, see you develop as a young man, as a player. Excited for what your future is going to hold. Can't wait to see what God's got for you and where you're going to be. I just think back to multiple games, you making a play that swings part of the game, that changes the momentum of the game. Going to miss you. Going to miss having you in our meeting room on the field with us, and excited for your future.
Graylin Spring, number 11, varsity letter, academic all-district 25-6A, second team all-district wide receiver, 5th in receiving touchdowns, and 7th in receiving overall in career.
Yes, they're kind of like in the cover 2, so I think like a backside post here would be good, or like dig, maybe like a spot route.
Oh yeah, make sure you stem it in to get over the high safety.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
Over and the corner comes down, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll work well, yeah.
Maybe like a backside post.
Let's go, Jack. It's game time. What are you doing?
Coach, I have my APR history exam in like 4 weeks, and I really got to study. I just got to remember for the game.
What? It's almost game time, Jack. What are you doing?
I just got to study, Coach. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Jack, you're a great guy. You have a wonderful personality. You know a lot about football, and yeah.
Jack, my 2 years with you, the word I would use for you is multi-tool. You were a kid that, man, knew every one of our positions, knew everything that we needed to do. You helped me grow as a coach, entering Vandegrift as a new coach last year, learning our offense, learning our players, understanding what we needed to do and how we needed to do it. You helped me develop. You were my multi-tool. When anything was needed, you could fit that job. Was so proud of you this past couple of years, seeing you fight through adversity in different areas and just become someone on our team that we knew every game we could count on, that you were going to make a play, show up somewhere where we needed you, and be an impact player. So proud of your persistence, your perseverance. You're exactly what we needed every time we needed it. So excited to see where God's going to take you in the future, and so thankful I got to be a part of your senior and junior playing career. Love you, proud of you. Great job.
Number 15, Jack Nelson, varsity letter winner, academic all-district, 25-6A, honorable mention all-district wide receiver, first team academic all-state.
Hey, Christian, why weren't you at practice today? I missed you during film.
Sorry, Coach. I was hurt.
Why are you hurt, Christian? You look fine.
I hurt my foot, yeah, and then this weekend I tore my ACL. I fractured my elbow. I also have a concussion.
No, stop. We need you at practice. It can't happen again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This man does positive things. I knew this man since Cane Ridge Middle School. We were best friends together, and can't believe we're still friends now. He shows off good leadership, and he's an excellent person to be around with.
Christian, I'm just so proud of you this year. You know, you dealt with injuries, and you had to persevere through that. That's exactly what Matthew Vandegrift went through, and you displayed that with awesomeness. You know, that injury is hard to overcome, and I remember talking to you on the side, and I said, we still need you. Your brothers need you. This team needs you, and you stepped up and you did that. So thank you so much, Christian. I know this whole team and this whole coaching staff loves you and is very proud of you, and we're so excited to see what you do in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Varsity letter, academic all-district, and honorable mention, academic all-state.
All right, today we're going to be running alpha bench. Do you know what that is, Kendall? Kendall? What? Pay attention.
Yeah, go up.
Yeah.
Coach, what are you talking about? Have you taught anything about receiving and teaching how to receive a ball?
Yeah, Kendall was a great person to have on the team. He made practice more fun. He brought a ton of energy, and it was great being a receiver with him.
Kendall, thank you so much for this awesome year. This is my first year coming to Vandegrift, so I don't know you that much, but I got to know you a lot over the last few months, and it was awesome. I just want to say thank you so much for your dedication, you know, getting up early in the morning and everything that, you know, you have to sacrifice to be a Viper football player. It asks a lot of you, and just so proud of you. Not only what you did on the field and what you did for your teammates, but just in the classroom and in the building. You excelled in that. We never had no complaints. You never had no complaints. And it was just amazing. So thank you so much. We're so proud of you.
Staff
This
loves
entire
you.
coaching staff
Thank you.
loves you. Thank you.
Number 34, Kendall Moaning, varsity letter, academic all district.
Beckett, you're an awesome friend and teammate, and I love your Crunk Nation. You're awesome at it, man. Keep it up. Kramer Will, baby.
Beckett, after 2 years with you, the word that comes to mind for me is trust. I asked you after your junior year as we were entering off season, I said, you know, Beckett, I want you to become somebody I can trust, and you did exactly what I asked. This whole past year and a half, going through COVID training, off season, spring football, summer off season, and then into our season, I knew every morning that I was going to see you. I knew that I could trust that you were going to give me your best, and I knew that I could trust that when you needed to go into the game that you were always ready and prepared. And I also trusted that you were going to be the best teammate you could be. I was so proud to see you mature as a young player and now into the man that you are. So excited to see where your future is going to head and where God's going to take you. Thankful I got to be a part of it. Can't wait to see it.
Number 80, Beckett Kramer, varsity letter and academic all district.
I just wanted to personally apologize for getting your touchdown called back.
No, since we've been teammates, I just want to say you've been a great encourager, a great teammate. But when you encouraged during game days this year, I mean, when did you get your voice back? I mean, really, it was, hey, let's go, encourage! I mean, like, where's your voice? Oh, you're awesome.
Noah, before this year I didn't really know you that well, but we got apes together, and ever since then we've become really close, so can't wait to see what you do in life.
Hey Noah, I just want to say congratulations on an amazing senior season. Getting to go 4 rounds deep and getting able to play at DKR. What a special season you're going to remember forever. Looking back, your touchdown against Westwood, what an awesome touchdown. We're all going to say it was a touchdown. If you ever get a chance, go back and look at the end zone view. Specifically, you can see Coach Mauser holding them up when you're at the 10, knowing that you're going to go score. You can see Coach Cheatham jumping up in the air, all your teammates getting excited for you. And then I noticed one little spot in there is Coach Volcon, the great coach that he is. He could see the penalty on the play, and he was just shaking his head and pointing. Such great memories, But aside of your football career, your academic career is just as great. You got a lot of great colleges you're looking at, and I'm just so proud of your hard work and dedication. Love you so much, and best of luck on your future endeavors.
Number 84, Noah Wellborn, varsity letter, academic all district, and first team academic all state.
Offensive line, please come line up.
Another reminder, make sure we're bidding at the end of all of these. Bids will be done, so make sure we're doing that. And then while I'm thinking about seniors, don't forget, we're going to take a big senior group picture. Parents, if you want that, I want to take a picture with all my seniors right here. That'll be after the banquet, so just know we're going to do that. All right, I think we are getting ready. Offensive line, who are we starting with, Coach? Connor Clark? Yes, sir. Connor, come on up here. All right, we're ready, Coach.
Connor, I've known you since elementary school. You're a great dude. Thank you for helping me freshman year, comp sci. Love you, man.
Connor, you may think you're cool because you drive a truck like some other people, but your truck is blue and it's a Ford Ranger.
Connor, I've never met a person that has used more deodorant and spray deodorant and has smelled so questionable.
Connor, you'll always be able to say something that I can't, that you started on varsity because you spent 2 weeks on Trojan. So good job for that.
All right, Connor, thanks for all your work these past 4 years. You're another one of our really smart offensive linemen that we have here at Vandegrift. You personify what Vandegrift kid is. You work hard. You're here every day, and you do what you're asked to do. You're obviously had to play a lot of different positions offensive line-wise for us at practice, and your willingness to just go in and give great effort is much appreciated, and I can't thank you enough.
Tonight, got his varsity letter, academic all-district, and second team academic all-state. Thank you.
Tristan, I've known you since Papa Winter. Tristan, you're a great dude, great friend, and you're a great dude. Your dad makes the best barbecue. Your dad makes the best barbecue.
Tristan, you had a great season. It's unfortunate that the one play you had to go in, you got a holding on Noah's touchdown, but we still love you, man, and you're awesome.
Yeah, man, Tristan's a great friend. I played with him since Pop Warner. I mean, I've known this guy my whole life, and actually, correction, Hudson, he got a pancake block too.
Oh! Tristan, I've known you since Pop Warner. You're a great guy. I'm gonna miss filming practice with you.
Hey, Tristan, you mind filming today?
Tristan, you know, I cannot thank you enough for all the help you did this year for us at practice, with your willingness to help us out and do what was take to be, you know, to film or just whatever you had to do in practice. We'll get in at whatever position might need to be, but you made us a better team, and I can't thank you enough for that. Thanks for all your hard work for the past 4 years, and you're going to be a heck of a guy growing up. At the same time, I know you're going to grill some great, you know, grill and smoke some meat, and I appreciate that bean recipe. It's delicious, and good luck.
First thing you need to not hold. That was a terrible call. That's what happens when you're up 70-0 and refs start throwing flags. So first of all, no, that would happen on that one. But tonight, Tristan, you're getting your varsity letter and academic all district.
Juan, you've been my best friend since like 4th grade, dude. But you need to clean your toothbrush and get some new shorts.
Hey, I'm Juan Gutierrez. I swear I'm 6 foot. I'm not 5'9".
Juan, over the last years, you've been a great friend. Really got to know you a lot better these past couple of years. Good luck in college.
Man, I don't have a good practice tomorrow and I'm quitting football. Damn, Kev.
All right, first thing that comes to mind with Juan is going to be his passion and energy he had for the game. It was great being able to coach you this year, coming from the defensive line. You definitely brought that type of mentality of just getting after it, you're going to go hit people. It was awesome to have you work with me and the offensive line this year. Keep doing your thing with your terrible hair and your Golden Girls shirts that you would rock. But no, you're going to be an awesome player wherever you end up, or whatever you decide to do. Just keep bringing that passion and energy. You'll do great. Thank you again.
All right. Juan is earning his varsity letter, academic all-district, and he was also a 25-6A honorable mention all-district offensive line.
All right, Shane, you're a great dude, and thank you for your future service. Oopsie.
Shane had an elbow injury in our first scrimmage. He never once complained. He faced his challenges head on and never flinched until he was healthy again. Helped with practice in a sling and always had a smile on his face. He fought back from his injury and was able to play in games towards the end of the season for us. Shane has a great positive attitude and sees the good in everything. Excited for your future, Shane. Thank you for everything you've done for the program.
All right. 63, Shane Norden, varsity letter, academic all-district, and second team academic all-state.
Josh, you're my dog. I love you.
Josh, you like really suck at fantasy. Like you're probably the worst fantasy player I've ever met. But you can keep playing in the leagues I'm in. That's fine.
You know, it's hard to say mean things about Josh. He's always been a great friend, a great guy, and I'm so glad he was part of our team.
It's been a pleasure with Josh. It's been a good season here, and I will be best friends, and good luck with further education in college.
Martinez, none of that.
Josh is an all or nothing kind of guy, and that's what I love about him. He brought his very best every single day and continually gave effort in everything that he did. I loved coaching him because he's a very coachable kid who wants to learn and always find ways to improve and get better. Continue doing those things, Josh. You have a bright future. Thank you for everything you've done for this program.
64, Josh Martinez, varsity letter.
Nite, we were in the same chemistry class sophomore year, and we were working on a project together, and once I asked you how to spell your name, and you responded, I don't know.
Nite, you're really nice and chill, dude, but I don't think anything pissed me off more than coming to the locker room and 2 pairs of your cleats were in my locker, your helmet, your shoulder pads were in my locker, and your pants were also in my locker. And I can admit that I did chuck your backpack across the locker room multiple times throughout the season. And yeah. Nite, we put these in your locker for about 2 months and you never knew, and it's like a dead cow.
High spaz, Nite.
I'm not sure Nite said a word to me in the first 2 months I was here, but I got to know him more throughout the season and learned how awesome he was. He also learned how smart he is and how much this team meant to him. Always had a great attitude, always super positive, showed up every day and worked his tail off, and he loved being around his teammates. Glad I got the opportunity to help coach you, Nite. Thank you for everything you've done for the program.
65, Nite, Bright Davies, varsity letter.
Ethan, I genuinely think you're an amazing dude. Like, not joking. Like, you are one of the nicest people I know. I'm not joking!
Ethan, it was really fun hearing about the movies that you would watch with your girlfriend early in the morning. And yeah, and just like, you're a great guy, and it was fun to get to know you and your music interests and your shirts and everything. Jerry Garcia, yeah.
I don't think there's many people that I can tell what their music interests are based off their shirts that they wear. But I know Ethan really likes Grateful Dead, Aliyah, and Hendrix as well. And he also likes NASCAR a lot too.
Oh my God, you just got lost. You just got lost, bro.
Ethan, you were so kind all time from middle school to high school, and in this season he's made a bunch of pancakes.
All right, first thing that comes to mind with Ethan is probably one of the best practice players we've ever had for an offensive lineman. Did an amazing job for us. Every day would come in with intensity, competed well, and just did an overall awesome job leading the offensive line this year. Really proud of your energy, your effort that you brought every single day. Can't thank you enough for what you brought to the team. I look forward to hearing where you end up playing college ball. And again, thanks for everything you did for the Vype program.
68, Ethan Barnard, varsity letter, academic all-district, 25-6A, first team all-district offensive line, honorable mention, academic all-state, and also team captain.
Hey, Jacob, our lockers have been Jacob, our last couple of years, and it's just really been a pleasure being around you, man.
Jacob, me and Coach Richardson both got very good communical value. Seeing you on film, getting you ran over by Chase Godwin in the Westwood game.
I remember on one of our last games, you were put it on the last play. You were put it on the entire O-line, the entire D-line started laughing at Ray. I told him that he was 145 pounds. They all started dying laughing. We didn't even finish the play. We just all started laughing.
A guy that shows up every day on time. A guy that shows up every day on time and just enjoys being around his teammates, being around his teammates. Complete team player who always has a positive attitude. Gives constant effort and always does what's asked of him, whether it's by me or other coaches. Great teammate. We're going to miss greatly in the program. I can't wait to see what you do in the future, Jacob. Thank you for everything you've done for the program.
Varsity letter, academic all-district, and honorable mention, academic all-state.
I just want to start off by saying that Wags has been the first real friend I've had since I first moved to Vandegrift. He's always been around, and he's always offering me anything that like I would need or want. But like I will say that during the season, he had always complained during game day about how small his jerseys are, and especially on away games, because like he would find lines to be like, ugh, this is too small. Put it on and be like, yeah, this is fine. Although I can't get over it, my shoulder cast is really annoying.
Over the years, we've seen some pretty iconic duos, Peanut Butter and Jelly, Kim and Kanye, now Iceman and Magic Man.
All right, you see this coin? Now you don't.
Sam Wagner's one of the most positive and genuine kids that I've ever been around. One of the things that I love most about Sam is he's always willing to help someone else before himself. Incredibly unselfish and someone who truly wants the best for every single person. Always positive, never complains, works hard at everything that he does. Excited to see the things that you accomplish, Sam. Thank you for everything you've done for the program.
73, Sam Wagner, varsity letter, academic all-district.
Kevin, we've had our differences, but I love you, man.
Hey, Kev, we've grown together as an O-line. You're a great person, and your past sets have also grown. As Mauser would say, Fred Flintstone, man. Yeah.
You know, Kevin, you're a great O-lineman, but your briskets were even better.
Kev, for how big you are, you were the softest O-lineman.
Big Kev, super proud of how much you've grown since the first time I met you and you came through our doors freshman year. You were always Big Kev, but you really, really worked hard to become a better offensive lineman. Things weren't always easy for you. You had to push, you had to grind and earn that starting spot you got this year, and you stuck with it. Super proud. You'll always be my Fred Flintstone of offensive lineman and your twinkle toes, and keep at it. I look forward to hearing about all your adventures as you grow older, and keep going, and good luck.
76, Kevin Corcoran, varsity letter, academic all-district, 25 6A, honorable mention all-district offensive line.
Ethan Burke.
Luke, I know you had some trouble with your plantar fasciitis, but you played really well this year. And you make fun of me for having Grateful Dead stuff, but you have Grateful Dead socks, and I love you, man.
Hey, Luke, just want to say from the bottom of my heart that you're a real one. I love you, and I hope you have a great life.
Luke, I mean, I don't know how you couldn't hear the plays, but I will miss you asking me every single pass and run play. What play is it?
Luke, you can continue the tradition of having an extremely smart offensive lineman. You are, I always say offensive linemen are the smartest kids on the team, and you definitely personify that. And another thing I can't thank you enough for is just your willingness to do whatever we ask. I know your sophomore year, you became a defensive lineman. We switched you over. You played a little tackle, played guard. Junior year, had to fight through an injury, but stuck with it, and you had a heck of a senior year. Proud of you. Thanks for all your effort, and go develop whatever you're going to do in life with your brilliant mind that you got. So thanks again, and good luck.
77, Luke Collins, varsity letter, academic all-district, 25 6A first team, unanimous all-district offensive line, and elite team, academic all-state. All right, defensive line, you're up now, guys.
What's up, Coach? Oh. What's up, Coach? Oh. I'm done for practice. I'm not playing.
Hey, heat and stem, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Tucker's a really good player, and he's always on time to everything.
Tucker Harrison is probably the most gifted pass rusher we've ever had here. Maybe if he played as a sophomore, he would have had the sack record, but he does. He did tie the single season sack record. But one thing I always remember about Tucker is he, in practice, would always find the ball somewhere, whether that be a DB ball, a receiver ball, or something. But he was always had a ball in his hand if he wasn't going through practice. He was always intentional about what he did. It was always locked in and focused during practice. But he also always got a phantom injury towards the end of practice that would sit him out during that time. But we will always be appreciative of what you've done for our program. I love you a ton. Thank you.
Tucker Harrison, varsity letter, first team All-District, first team All-Syntax, 2020 Padilla Poll All-State defensive end, single game record holder for sacks with 5, tied the record for sacks in the season with 14, second all-time in career sacks with 20, tied for the most single season caused fumbles with 4, second all-time caused fumbles with 6. Tucker is second and 7th highest season TFL total with 20 and 14, and third all-time in TFLs over his career. Congratulations, bud.
So Christian, what's your favorite? College football team?
Personally, I like Michigan.
Why is that?
My third aunt lives there.
Oh, okay. What about your favorite college basketball team?
I like Duke.
Why is that?
My 7th cousin went there.
Oh, okay. Hey, Christian, you're a good dude. You have a nice pass rush. Always kept me on my toes, and yeah, I wish you the best, man.
All right, Christian Castellari, defensive end, number 55. We got him from the linebackers last year, and he became a defensive end. Not the biggest guy in the world, and I always kind of let him know that during our film study. But I tell you what, he has the heart of a champion, and he fights through everything that's given to him. So no, he wasn't the biggest guy, but he was able to make it onto the field as a defensive end because he knew everything to do, and he always did what he was coached to do, which is awesome. So I want to commend him for that. I'm looking forward to what he got going on. I know he overcame a lot of stuff with losing weight, which was awesome, and I'm looking forward to him getting successful.
Christian Castellari, varsity letter, academic All-District, honorable mention, academic All-State.
Hey, Zach, I've known you since first grade, man. You're a brother for life, and I still hate you.
Sarantakis, you're done.
You're done. You're done.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Sarantakis, we're done. You're 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 done.
When he first came to us, he always played high. He was on our C team as a freshman, but he would do a swim move and crush every C team offensive lineman. But I had to let him know going forward that may not work going forward. But he eventually got it together. This summer he was thinking about hanging it up, and we had a real man-to-man conversation where I talked to him about how you approach things as a man. And he received it. And with that, we had a great season going forward. He always showed up ready to work, ready to put his time in. He understood his role. And when he got an opportunity to go on the field, when he got his first sack, he let us all know that he was 170 pounds and he got a sack. So I just want to say congratulations on a great season. Look forward to seeing you in the future, buddy.
Mr. 170. Zach Saratakis, varsity letter, academic all district. The linebackers can come on up.
Okay, so for our parents bidding on the game balls, we have linebackers, then we have defensive backs, and then once defensive backs are done, then our bidding is done. So if you want to bid, I would go now, and then we are doing our MVP awards, and then we're done. Guys, this is the best banquet in history of banquets. It really is. We're getting it done. All right, who's up first? Max? Max Yule? He deserves to be first. Come on up here, Max.
Max is really nice on and off the field. Sometimes he gets really angry in practice, and I get scared in the locker room when he comes in and takes it out on me.
What I think about Yule is that he's a really good leader, but he's funny sometimes. He's a really good friend.
Max, you're a pathological liar and a bully.
Max, you're just a really great guy, man, and I just really like your Dr. Peppers, too.
Coaching Max Yule is like a Saturday Night Live skit, but you don't know you're actually in it, and he won't tell you. Every time I say something to him, he'll kind of have some smart rebuttal or witty remark, and he's just really fun to be around, and he always keeps it light. And the great thing about Max is he lives his life the same way he plays football. He's very savvy, he's intelligent, he has great spatial awareness, he has a huge football IQ. It's very easy to coach because he kind of just understands the game. And not only that, he's extremely tough. He played multiple games with injuries, he's beat up, and he put his teammates in front of himself. And when I think of a game that really represents Max, it's a Cibolo Steel game. We go into the game, they got a huge O-line, they're big, they're physical, and Max had to play well. He had to be dominant. He used his hands, he would hit, he would build walls, and he made a lot of plays off the edge, and that was just a huge program win. Max was a huge piece of it. Max, loved coaching you, wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your time and effort to Vandegrift football.
Max Yule, varsity letter, academic all district, 25-6A, second team all district.
Swartwood, you're 10 pounds under this week.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I'll just put weights in. We'll never know.
What's your care?
Yeah, Senator's a real nice guy, but, you know, one too many rules sometimes.
Hey, Swartwood, it's like that. Come on, Coach. I gotta work my arms. I mean, I use my arms more than my legs. Like, gotta do the bench for like the, 10th day in a row? Alright, I like it.
So Slater spent the majority of his life on the wrong side of the ball, and after years and years of sadness and despair, we finally talked him into coming over to defense, and he took to it really well. He spent countless hours in the weight room bulking up and changing his body, and then he watched film nonstop, and he'd text me throughout the night, daily. He'd do real calls, and just anything he could do to get a leg up. And it really showed, and it takes time to get good at a new position, but he put the work and the effort in and had a great season. And when I think of a moment that really, is a culmination of all the time he put in, I think of the Hutto game. We had a few injuries. He came out, he was on fire. He had 14 tackles, 2 tackle for losses, 1 pass breakup, and really stepped up in that game. And you could tell all his work finally came and he put it together and just really became a great football player. So Slater, I appreciate all your time and effort to Vandegrift football. I loved coaching you, and thank you for remembering the home call.
Slater Swartwood, varsity letter, academic all district, 25-6A, second team all district, linebacker, honorable mention, academic all state, and tied for all-time single season solo tackles at 7th.
Davis, I just want to say thank you for for me not being the only sophomore in Spanish 1.
I've never seen a player get so scared that he's going to play, get so angry when he doesn't.
Davis, you're a great teammate. If only you care about football as much as you do the new Spider-Man movie, you might actually touch the field.
Davis is a very kind and amicable fellow.
So when I think of Davis Citro, I think of the word present. He came in every single day. He was on time or he was early, and he wasn't just here. Like he would participate in meetings. He was on the practice field. He knew what he was doing. He could get in at any point, and he knew all 3 positions really well. And it's hard to do that when you're not the starter. But he really took it seriously and was a huge piece to our success this year. And you know, a lot of it is because he would come in and he would just work his tail off. Like he spent time watching film, and he knew everything that he was supposed to do. And it's because he didn't take it lightly. Like he knew how important his role was to our team and our success. And Davis, I just thank you for that, and I thank you for all your time and effort to Vandegrift football.
All right, Davis Citro, varsity letter, academic all district, honorable mention, academic all state.
Colton Peck, he's a great player, really good guy, really great friend, but the only thing he's better at than football is just twerking for some reason, and I'm not complaining. So keep doing you, Colton. Keep doing you. He's really good at it.
Max, what episode of the new anime are you on? I just started last night, so I'm on like 4. What about you? I'm on 487.
So Colton Peck's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. He's a man of many talents. I think we played him at 3 different linebacker positions this year, which is really hard to do because there's a lot of similarities, but there's also a huge amount of differences. And Colton knew the ins and outs of each position. You could put him in at Joker, Will, or Sam, and he would just work in flawlessly. And so when I think of a moment that really represents Colton and all of his effort, it was obviously the Westwood game. He gets in, they're driving down the field. They're on our 25, and he's playing Sam that day, and kind of baits the quarterback and drops underneath the curl route, picks it off, which is huge, and then he's down the sideline, right? He kind of sidesteps the quarterback. He's high-stepping down the sideline, and I don't know what happened. It looks like something jumped on his back right before the Westwood players got him, but it was just a phenomenal game, phenomenal play, and it ended the game. So Colton, great job, super proud of you, loved coaching you, wish you the best of luck. Thank you for all your time and effort to Vandegrift football.
All right. Colton Peck, varsity letter, academic all district.
No cussing. I just really hate Hunter Ross. Like, I mean, he was good at football, but I really hate Hunter Ross. Oh, hang on.
It's not steroids, I promise. No cussing.
Shroopy.
Hey, what's up, Sterling?
Baba Booey.
Did you watch that one clip on film where the running back took the left step and then, or?
Sterling, in all seriousness, it was a joy to be around you this year and meetings with you and practice with you. I hope you do great in your future.
Sterling Emerson, a.k.a. the Tank, he's kind of like a Mack truck in a demolition derby. Like you're just watching him, hit people left and right, annihilation, constant contact. And there is not an offensive lineman in the district that doesn't wake up happy that Sterling Emerson is not playing football for Vandegrift next year. And, Sterling's a 4-year guy. He put his time in, right? He was dedicated to the team, tons of effort, got big, got strong. He's a big, good athlete and just flew around and was huge to our success this year. So when I think of Sterling, I really think of the Cibolo Steel game because the theme for the linebackers that week was offensive line annihilation. And they had a really good O-line. And you could just see the twinkle in his eye. Like, all he could think about was, like, I'm going to hit someone every single play. And he did that. Like, the second play of the game, they pull their guard, who's really good, and he head rocks them, gets off the block, and makes a tackle. And from that point on, it was just, we're just roll on Vipers. So, Sterling, I thank you for all your time and effort. You put it in. Super proud of you. Wish you the best of luck. Thanks for all your work.
Sterling Emerson, varsity letter, 25-6A, first team, all-district linebacker, unanimous, academic all-district, all Syntex, third-team linebacker, and he's tied for 7th all-time in single-season solo tackles.
Brett, you're a funny guy. You're pretty good at football. You talk way too much. Like way too much.
Yeah, Brett has been a great teammate, great athlete. Yeah, like what Max says, like, yeah, he talks too much, and sometimes he overreacts when he gets talked to, like, yeah, come on, bro, what was that for? Or, yeah, no, let me explain you something.
Brett, you're a great teammate and a great friend, and it's been a fun few years.
So Brett Gillespie is kind of like a kamikaze. Like, he's going to run full speed into somebody every single second maybe of his life, and it could be on practice punt block, or it could be in the game. And, you know, when I think of Brett's career, I think of really two things. Brett Gillespie runs down on kickoff the way you're supposed to play football. Like, he has so much passion and energy. He's unblockable. He had tackle after tackle after tackle. It was such a huge motivation for our players, and that was a huge role. And then I think about the San Angelo Central game. We're on the road. They got a great team, lots of tradition. It's kind of like a playoff game. Stands are packed, and it's his first start. He prepared extremely well that week and came out first play of the game on defense, right? Gets into a drop. All his effort, you know, from watching film that week kind of pays off, and he sees the back work out for a screen. And I mean, he comes out of his break and just decleats that back. And I mean, what a start to a game, and what a start to a career. So, Brett, I just want to thank you for all your time and effort. Thanks for all the intensity. Thanks for bringing it every single day. I wish you the best of luck.
Brett Gillespie, varsity letter, academic all district.
Hudson, what was your injury again?
Coach Sanders, can I please suit up this week? Bonnie, you haven't been here all week, or like the past month. Coach, I'm so sorry, but I really want to suit up this week. Sure. Yes!
Out of the 3 years that I've seen your face, I want to say that you've been real kind and gentle, and I hope that you get to spread your attitude towards others.
Oh.
Okay.
So when I think of Hudson Ani, I think of the word commitment. And Hudson played for us for 4 years and eventually just had too many injuries that he couldn't play this year. And instead of like spending his time, you know, and we spend a lot of time up here, and it's a big commitment. But instead of spending his time doing other things, he wanted to be a part of the team. He wanted to help out any way he could. And so he committed to the entire season, and he was here daily. He'd help run drills. He'd be in film. He'd do his real calls. He'd set up bags, like anything he could do to help. He was there, and he was positive, and he had a great attitude. And, you know, that's going to take you a long way in life, Hudson. So I appreciate that positivity, your effort. And I know it's hard to be out there when you don't get a play, but you really made the best of it. And I appreciate you doing that. So thank you for all your time and effort to Vandegrift football.
All right, Hudson Ani, varsity letter, academic all district, honorable mention, academic all state. DB's coming up.
Griffin's really a great leader on and off the field, and he hustles everywhere he goes a lot and makes everybody else look really bad. And he's also got really great shoulders.
I want to say that Griffin's been a great leader and a great athlete, but turn it down! You yell a lot!
Just an incredible player for us.
everything that a coach could want in a player. A natural leader. He leads by example, of course, but he also leads like being another coach on the field. If a player needed to be encouraged, he was there. If a player needed to be gotten onto, he was good for that as well. Incredible work ethic and an incredible football IQ. He knew exactly where to be. He absorbed all of the information that we tried to coach him. Couldn't ask for anything more. A tough, gritty player, played hurt, did not want to come off the field. In practice, he was like the Energizer Bunny, never stopped working, never seemed to get tired. It was crazy to watch. Just loves to compete. And on top of all that, a really gifted athlete. Natural talent, is somebody we couldn't take off the field. And in addition to all that, he's third all time in interceptions. Just real proud to work with him this year.
Griffin Schaefer, Academic All-District, First Team All-District Defensive Back, First Team Academic All-State, Team Captain, and like we said, third all-time in interceptions.
Hold it. Hold it. Hey, you want to say something nice about Jackson?
No. Jackson, bro, you're really good at football.
Jackson's shoe game is always fire, bro.
Westlake week. I'm gonna lock down Jane Greathouse this week.
Jane Greathouse!
Does your truck have a 13.5-inch lift?
Actually, it's 14 inches. Get it right.
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
Man, Jackson, a lot of things I can say about Jackson. First of all, I remember spring before the whole pandemic stuff started, thinking about almost getting out of football. I know he's told me that would have been the worst decision he made. And, as your coach, I'm really happy you didn't make that decision. We stayed connected during that spring, reaching out. Had a good junior season, new to the position, so you had your learning curve as you went through it. But man, I was really impressed last spring. You're a hard worker, you're really dedicated, you care about what you do. And it showed in the spring, like you come in, having personal film sessions with me, working hard all summer, getting stronger, doing what we asked you to do, becoming a leader. And then the results showed, right? You had a great fall season, throughout the season still, right? The film sessions that you would do, leading the group in practice, starting to be more vocal like I asked you to. Really, really proud of you, hard worker. I know everybody would always give you stuff on your tricks on those kickoff teams that sometimes you couldn't jump high enough to get. I know you would say it's too high, but we still kind of crush you for that. But really proud of you, Jackson. I know you're going to do great things wherever you decide to play in college. So.
Number 9, Jackson Oliver, varsity letter, academic all-district, 25-6A, first team all-district defensive back, and he's also tied second all-time in Vandegrift history for interceptions. So,
Yeah, Steve Miller has actually been a terrific player on both offense, defense, and special teams, although his kicking, I've watched him for about a couple years, and I could say, yeah, I could have done better blindfolded.
Hey Mo, remember these drills? All I know is I never had to do any of these.
Alright, Clayton, you think you're so smart. What do these words mean? Glib, umbrage, vamoose, equibitus, inni, cacophony, glib, again. That's a challenge.
Clayton, another guy, I remember his sophomore year when he was the scout team quarterback for the defense, and I used to run the scout team, so we really got a lot of bonding time during that sophomore season. He really helped me out. And then another guy junior year that we brought over to the defensive side, had his struggles early on, kind of played many different positions, but finally settled in as a corner going into his senior season. Worked his butt off. That's one thing about Clayton, is that he's going to give it his all no matter what. So worked his butt off, solidified his spot at that boundary corner for us. And I mean, same thing, right? We had our routine every week where he'd come watch his film session with me, and we prepare for the week together. I know one of his biggest things, you know, which we like to spin it, the interceptions he could have had. We like to say he just had a lot of pass deflections, starting since his junior year, that Westwood game, nickel package for him, and you know, but great player, great person. You know, really proud of you, Simo. I enjoy being your coach. I know you're going to go do some big things with your knowledge and being smart as you get to college. So good luck to you.
Number 13, Clayton Moore, varsity letter, academic all district, 25-6A, honorable mention, all district defensive back, and also elite team academic all state. So.
Nick, I think you're a great guy and you have a great personality.
Always remember, BDN for life. Nick has a big truck. That's not the only big thing he has. He has a big heart.
Nick, you know, Nick actually was a guy who played corner for me since freshman year. I enjoyed being his coach. The funny thing about Draken is that his sophomore year, we actually tried moving him to safety so he would practice some safety in practice. It didn't really work much corner for me. And then at the end of the year, when we moved him back to corner going into his junior year, I was excited. I was like, man, are you excited to play corner again? And he's like, Coach, I actually played corner every game during the season, you know, I practiced safety. So I thought that was pretty funny. Drake is another guy, you know, worked really hard, definitely made the best of his opportunities this year on special teams, making big plays, had an interception when he got into the game. And I think everybody remember his famous dance celebration as he came off the field, led the group against Westwood after Colton Peck's big interception return. But Drake and Nick, you always had a great attitude. Fun being your coach, proud to be your coach, and best of luck to you moving on.
Number 25, Nick Draken, varsity letter, academic all district, and honorable mention, academic all state.
Rand, you have been a passionate player for these 4 years. Never going to forget you. Always keep running, no matter what happens. You get struggled. Just keep trying. Never give up on things. And I love you, Rand. Please keep in touch with me.
Rand got ran over. I mean, the over-under for today is 5.5, and I'm still taking the over, Rand.
Rand, I didn't know you were on the football team until I had the roast to you.
4 big guys.
What a great teammate he was all year long. Again, I only got to work with him a year, but just a real pleasure to have on the team as part of the safety group. A real important part of our group there. A versatile player. He played all 3 positions at different times throughout practice and even in games. So he was somebody we could depend on to plug in anytime we needed that. Great sense of humor, but he knew when to turn it off and get back to work in practice. But you always want those kinds of guys on your team, and I know his teammates really liked having him around. Dependable, always at practice, great attitude, always willing to do whatever the coaches ask. So really glad I got to work with him this year.
Rand Kruzchek, varsity letter and academic all district.
Sufi, you're a great teammate. You have the kindest heart I know. You care so much about this team, and you're a great person to be around.
Sufi, why are you not attacking in clan war?
Coach, I just tore my ACL and just got out of surgery.
You need to focus on the more important things now.
Sufi, I wish you a speedy recovery. Love you, man.
Sufi Momin, safety, great teammate. I've said that a lot with this group. We have a lot of great teammates in this group of safeties. Really hard worker, dependable, smart guy on the field, knew exactly where to be. Made some big plays for us when he was in the game. He made the most of his opportunities. In fact, his last play of his career in high school was him making a play and resulted in a season-ending injury, but He was giving everything he had on that play, which is what you would expect from a player like Sufi. Really important part of the team, and I'm really proud to work with him. Sufi Momin, varsity letter, academic all-district, honorable mention, academic all-state.
Beck, you're a smart guy. You're awesome to have in aerospace, man, and yeah, you're an island, bro. You're the best.
Hey Island, baby. You're chill, bro, and you're really cool to be around. Peck Island, baby. You're chill. You're super nice, and yeah, you're a good teammate.
Yeah, Ethan Peck, man, gosh, that guy was a beast. He honestly could have started for us.
First thing that comes to mind when I think about Ethan is just Peck Island, right? He earned that nickname since his freshman year during spring football. We'd go out to the top field on the grass and we'd do one-on-ones. And for some reason, every time, everybody he guarded, always incomplete pass, right? So we kind of gave him that nickname, Peck Island. He kind of knew that when he'd get up there, everybody would encourage him and cheer for him and Peck Island. And he'd go out there and do his thing. And I'm really proud of you, Peck. Had a great 4 years. Always had a great attitude. You're always where you needed to be. Always communicated with me. You helped us out big time this year. You had an important role, right? Maybe not on the field, but in practice, with the group, in film, and everything that you did for us. So really proud of you. You're a great kid. You're smart. And I know you're going to do some good things wherever you choose to go to school. So really proud of you, Ethan. Number 43, Ethan Peck, varsity letter, academic all-district, and first team academic all-state.
All right. Parents, do you wonder how we ever get anything accomplished with these guys as you watch what they're saying and doing? Sometimes I'm amazed at that. But what a lucky group of coaches we are to get to work with such great men. All right. We are done with our senior speeches, and our last part of our banquet is just our individual awards. And so we have those, and I'd like to start recognizing those. We have our offensive, defensive, and special teams MVP we'll start with. I would like to say a couple of things as we begin these. These are all voted on by the teammates. The coaches do not have a vote on these. And so just know that when you see somebody walk up and it's, if it happens to be you, just know your teammates picked you. And some really good ones here. All right. Why don't we start with defensive MVP? Y'all still with me? Are we doing good? Okay. We're bringing it home right here. It's our last part, and we are done. All right. Defensive MVP. Past award winners. I like to say these guys' names to remind you guys of our past great players we've had. In addition to, I just love each one of these guys. They were amazing players. From James Hallenquist, went to his wedding or a couple years ago. It's amazing, all these guys and amazing men they've become. Jason Lanthier, Elliott Bird, Ryan McGee, Storm Wilson, Cole Walther, John Roth, Reese Watson, J.J. Parker, and Logan Arnold. So those are some of our past winners. The 2021 Defensive MVP award is going to a big-time player in our D-line that I would categorize as a sack master. He made play after play after play. Obviously, he tied sacks. Coach already talked about that. It was a joy watching him play, and I've loved coaching him and watching his development also as a young man over these last 4 years. Tonight's defensive MVP is two-time All-District, All-State defensive end Tucker Harrison. All right. Next up, offensive MVP. Past offensive MVP winners, such great players as Euron Shears, Blake Brannon, Luke Peterman, Travis Brannon, Alex Fernandez, Peyton Osley, Isaiah Smallwood, Trey Mungozi, and Bowen Lewis. Just as important as the defense to stop an opponent is the offensive ability to move the ball. This guy continually helped us move the ball at all times, had his hand in everything. His highlight film is pretty much unbelievable. He led the entire offensive side, and he's back for another year next year. He holds multiple Vandegrift offensive records. The 2021 offensive MVP is none other than District 25 6A MVP junior quarterback Braden Buchanan. Okay, our last MVP awards over there, and then we'll get to our Hallmark Awards. Then we'll have our two final awards of second to none, which you guys know about. We'll describe in a little bit, and then team MVP. All right, our special teams MVP. We actually added this award in 2013 for our best special teams player. The first ever winner was senior snapper Ryan Shalosky. Other award winners include Byron Parmalee, Culver Sumner, Morris Aranda, Alex Stathouse, Tim Barney, Luke Jasinski, and Charlie Fournier. This year's winner I would describe as automatic. Perfect on extra points, near perfect on field goals. In addition to a great kicker, he's an outstanding young man. The 2021 Special Teams Award winner, as voted on by his teammates, is junior all-district kicker Hayden Arnold. Okay, so as we get into our final awards, these are our Hallmark Awards. Parents, you should, if you've got a senior, have already memorized our 4 hallmarks of discipline, effort, toughness, and honor. They are more than just words. It is amazing seeing these lived out on a daily basis, and that's what these awards try to highlight. 4 guys that represent these. The first one is discipline. We do things. Exactly right. Effort is our second hallmark. It's all out. Toughness is our third. Who's the toughest man in here? I am, sir. And then honor, of course, is our end goal, and it's not about me. It's about us. And these guys, they represent it every day. So why don't we see who represents our Discipline Award winner? Past Discipline Award winners include Chris Lick, Colton Joins, Grant Maramuto, Sammy Zug, Ryan Dobson, Sean Denny, Will Bruner, Lucas Webb, Joe Hawk, Harry Witt, and Matthew Lee. This award is for a guy that just shows up every day. He does what he's supposed to do. He does it exactly right. And that's this guy. One of the smartest kids on the team, does a great job at really anything we ask him to do. This year's Discipline Award winner is senior 2-time All-District player heading to Utah to play lacrosse, team captain Ryan Shepard. Moving on to effort, this award is obviously about giving great effort and going above and beyond all the time. In the past, this went to great Vipers such as Cameron Harris, Josh Holland, Dylan Hosek, Matt Conti, Cody Bruce, JT Britton, Christian Reyes, Garrison Spring, Jim Hawk, Drew Nelson, Ty Mungozi, and Taylor Dumar from last year's team. This year's award goes to a guy that just truly never quits and does everything full speed and really gets everybody with his trademark intensity to go along with him. It is my honor to present the 2021 Effort Award winner to 2-time All-District Offensive Lineman Ethan Barnard. Okay, moving on to our third hallmark, our Toughness Award winner. The Toughness Award goes to a guy that you would want with you if you ever got caught in a back alley. Okay, he's the one that may get hurt, but pushes through it like actually there's no pain. The past Toughness Award winners include such tough guys as Keller Wiley, Kyle Gruber, Tristan Prukop, John O'Grady, Jalen Gray twice, Sam Brode, Everett Smith, Jordan Cochran, and last year's award winner was Ricky Sweeney. This year's award winner is just like all those before him. Tough as nails, gave everything he's got every single game, never missed a snap. Senior All-District linebacker Sterling Emerson. Okay, we have our last Hallmark Award, and then we'll move on to our Crunk Nation Award. Don't forget about that one. Our honor award goes to a guy that represents Matthew Vandegrift on a daily basis. He also has a great attitude about his role on the team. He works hard, he lifts other people up, and he does things right, not only here, but on the weekend, and just as the guy that we strive to be like. Past honor award recipients include Mark Giles, Brandon Downer, Dylan Hoover, Kyle Gardner, Bailey Middleton, Jake Helton, Jared Hirshorn, Joe Morris, Matt Sanders, Matthew Graham. Last year's award winner was Caleb Sanders. This one goes to a guy that works hard, set the tones for his teammate, and they followed. Our 2021 honor award winner goes to Senior All-District Corner Clayton Moore. Okay, now, Crunk Nation. Parents, there will be some people that don't understand this, but parents, basically, you know how you feel like when you get an escrow refund or you find a parking spot at HEB? Okay, that's Crunk Nation, okay? So we are known in the area for getting excited, having a great sideline. In fact, some of the teams in the area have copied us, and hey, they have now kickoff celebrations and things like that because of our Crunk Nation level. This year, we've only started this award a couple of years ago. Brandon Haley and Mason Arsenault have been past winners, but this year's winner has an absolute passion for his teammates. The 2021 Crunk Nation Award winner is Senior Noah Wellborn. Okay, now we move on to our team MVP and the prestigious Second to None Award. Okay. First off, we're going to start with our Second to None Award winner. The Second to None, basically, if you sum it up, it's the guy that has Matthew Vandegrift's spirit. I mean, he's the guy that does everything right. When I described the kids, when we voted on this, so we have our ballots, and I described this as the person they would actually, they may not want to admit it, but they'd like to try to be like. And so it's the ultimate compliment. Past award winners read like an absolute roll call of Viper history. Jordan Saunier times 2, James Gonzalez, Cody Brigham, Austin Cooley, Paxton Sagina, Dylan Hudson, Oso and Faison Chukwu, Davis Bill, Pearson Sagina. These guys were just unbelievable, and this guy passes that mark. He never puts anybody above the team, including himself. He thinks of others first. I'm not sure I've ever coached a player that cared more, and you could see that on a daily basis and on tape also. The 2021 Second to None Award winner, as voted on by his teammates, is Senior, 2-time All-District, headed to Bucknell to play lacrosse, Griffin Schaefer. Okay, so we're going to award the team MVP, and then I've got a couple of announcements, and then we've got one more bonus video if you want to stay for it. It's called the Coach Roast, where the guys make fun of the coaches. Parents, you don't have to stay for that if you don't want to. But we want to recognize this, and I've got a couple announcements. So don't leave, but it is the best banquet in history, guaranteed. Okay, we are down to our final award. This is for the 2021 Team MVP. Basically, the way I describe it before guys vote, if you took this guy off the team wouldn't be the same at all. That's how I describe it as before they vote. Okay, so let's look at some names here. Euron Shears in 2010, Dakota Prukop in 2011, James Hallenquist in 2012, Gunnar Linhart in 13, Jamie Hudson in 14, Travis Brannon 15, Holton Greenfield 16, 2017 was Justin Moore, Spencer Jones in 18, 2019 was Drew Dawson and Jackson McCauley, 2020 was Austin Scoglin and Ryan Back. The MVP sets the tone for the entire team, and this guy was a game changer. He was a game changer on defense his junior year. He was a game changer on offense his senior year. He's played every position on the team but offensive line. He set the tone for us this year. 3-time All-District record holder and All-Centex senior Reese Beecham. So as we kind of finish here, a couple of quick announcements, and then we'll disperse. So we've got a major need in helping to clean up before we all go, and it doesn't take long. Jill, basically at the end of this, Jill will just be yelling directions and just try to listen to her voice. Okay, right, Jill? But we're just going to basically take the stuff on the table and try to move it to general area. And if we all do that, that would really help speed up everything. Jill, is there anything else you'd like me to say? Okay. All right. So we're going to do that. Now, you can help, underclassmen and parents, everybody else can help. But before everybody's going to do that, I want to take a senior picture with our seniors up here and me standing with them. So seniors, don't take any other picture until we come take it. Parents, please come up and take a picture with the whole senior group. And I'd love to have a picture with everyone to remember this year's team. And just an unbelievable team. So senior parents, real quick before we finish, thank you so much for entrusting us. I know it is difficult to entrust somebody with your child. They are your most precious possession. And as a father of 3, I understand that. And thank you for your complete and absolute trust in us and the coaching staff. It doesn't get taken for granted. And seniors, from me to you, thank you again for all you've done. And underclassmen, 95 days until spring ball. Okay? So get ready to go. And then I think that is it, right? Yes? Okay, so we are going to play the voluntary Coach Roast video. Parents, if you've had enough and you need to head out, but it is pretty good. They have a pretty good impression of me and a couple other people, so Coach Muck's probably the best one. And then it's about 9 minutes or so, and then we're going to take a senior pick, and then we're cleaning up. Deal? Go Vipers. Okay. Coach Cheatham.
All right, guys, this is only going to take 2 minutes. You know I don't hold you here long.
2 hours later.
And that's why I'm the best coach ever. Thank you.
Hey guys, on Monday and Tuesday, my wife gave birth to my brand new baby boy. Can you pan of that? Can you get a shot on that? I got it. Alex Foster. My son. My baby.
Coach Sanders, after this big win, the offense put up 76 points. How do you feel that the team overall plays?
I mean, first off, our defense just played great. Golly, they gave the ball to the offense so many times, and they only let up like 35 points in the end, but golly, got to give it to our defense in that game.
Thank you.
Coach Sanders, you're a great coach. I've known you since I was a wee little boy, but in all seriousness, I'm going to miss this. You're a good coach. Thank you. And most winning coach in man of history. You're basically Nick Saban and Bill Belichick combined and put into high school football. Thank you.
Coach, you're the first person that has ever compared someone pass setting to Fred Flintstone, and I took that personally.
Coach Mauser, I love you and that type of deal. And I love playing under your offense and that type of deal. And I thought we had a good work of year. You know?
Coach, I'm really glad I got to know you this year. I know you're new this year, but thank you for all that you did for me and the rest of the safeties.
Coach Young, you're a really good coach, and just a good coach, because if I listened to you at anything other than football in life, I'd be where you are, and that is not being able to spell a word that a first grader could spell, and having the vocabulary of a horse. In all seriousness, I do love you. You're the best coach I've ever had, and I love busting your balls.
Coach Young, you've been an amazing coach, and I have to personally thank you for giving me my nickname, Magic Man.
Thank you, Coach Young, for everything. It's been a great 4 years. A great year. We got to know you a lot, all of the linebackers, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Thank you, Coach Young, for everything. It's been an awesome time. The film this year was so fun. We really never came to just learn about football. We always came to hang out with you. It's been amazing. Thank you. Love you.
Coach Young, you're the greatest coach I ever had. It's been an honor hanging out with you and getting better with you. And I'm honored to be able to call you Orange Beard Guy.
All right, there you go. Naked. Coach, I really love you, and I love your last name too. Coach Griffin, thank you for a good year and a half at D-line. Good luck with next year's team. Thank you for being a good coach.
All right, guys. This week we have the advantage on special teams. Like every week, we got kickoff. We want to kick the ball off far. Kickoff return. What are we gonna do? Good job. Good job. Punt. We're gonna punt the ball. Go covered. We have the advantage on special teams. Let's go. Woo!
Yeah. Coach Winship, I just don't know what to tell you. God.
We have the advantage on special teams during Westlake, but no, for real. What's up? You're the barbecue king. What's up, Coach? I'm gonna miss you. Peace out.
Coach Burrow, really appreciate having you as a coach. You made football much more fun every day, and I really liked the Delaware River tributary mud you used on our footballs that helped us throw them far and catch them good.
Get your piss hot.
Okay, guys, found a quote this week. You know, I really love this quote. The quote is, "Don't quit." I think it's the first time I've ever heard this one, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Just kidding. Coach, we loved you. Thank you for everything. Okay, keep getting faded up.
Christian Allen. You gotta split this trick thing. How do you think you perform? Okay, Coach, you want this breakfast taco?
What is it?
The breakfast taco.
What is it?
Okay.
All right, Coach Cheatham, I just want to leave you with a couple words. All right, I really love you. All right, and I'm gonna miss you next year. All right, and I can't wait to come see you next year. All right, thank you.
Coach Hickle, thank you the past couple of years, sticking with me and believing in me. It's been a great couple of years. I'm going to miss it, and I'm going to miss you.
What's up, advertising class? It's 8:30 in the morning. This is my 10th Dr. Pepper of the day. Let's do some advertising today because I'm crunk for all this sugar I've had.
Coach Lindley, you're the only coach that I've met that is willing to take pre-workout with me at halftime, so I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss you, Coach.
All right, guys. So, there's 3 mice, and they're all dropped into a vat of milk. And you know how you make butter? You have to churn it. And there's one mice, he gets dropped in, and he just gives up. And some of you guys in here are that first mice. There's a second mice, and he starts working, then he still gives up. And then there's the third mice. He just drops in, he just keeps on working and working, he finally makes butter. Thank you, guys.
All right, I got a joke for you, Coach. A priest, a minister, and a rabbit walk into a bar. The rabbit says, "I must have been a typo."
So I just want to tell you a quick story about me and my family over summer. So I was traveling for lacrosse in Baltimore, and we had like a whole week off during the week. So I was like, my parents like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't know, like kind of just chilling." They're like, "No, to explore." So went to a couple restaurants, stuff like that. Went to like Inner Harbor, it was really cool. And I was like, "Hey, like Baltimore Zoo, super nice. Like let's go check it out." And I was like, "All right, I got nothing else to do." We get there, literally like all the exhibits, nothing there. We're super confused. Like there's still a ton of people there. There's just like nothing there. So we go through like the snake exhibit, whatever, nothing. Elephant exhibit, nothing. Finally get to like this indoor facility, kind of like where you see like the butterflies and stuff. And there's nothing there except when we get to this last cage, there's a single dog in there. We're like, well, we came all the way for this dog and just for the whole zoo, and it was a Shih Tzu. So.
Coach, I just want to say you're a great guy and a great coach to be around. And I hope that in the next couple of years you can help the underclassmen get better and eventually ask Coach Young for a rematch after you put your off the ground and your wrestling. Thank you.
It's real simple. Just got to skiff right here. Keep balancing. Keep going. Skiff. You're going to get out here. Skiff. Skiff. Just keep working. He comes down. You can go back. You're going to come over. You go there. Just skiff. Just walk.
What route do I run, Coach?
Well, you're going to want to once he comes down here.
But just tell me what route I run.
Well, the safety's going to come down and you got to go around him, and then you got to like curl it out and then run quick out.
Okay.
So Noah, how'd you feel your practice was today?
I felt like I did pretty good. I had a couple bad moments, but overall, it was a pretty good practice.
Yeah, we're going to work on that. You're doing really great this season. Glad to have you on the team.
Oh, thank you.
Coach Sherman, thank you for hiring me as your government teacher for this semester. I'm going to miss you next year. I'm hopefully looking forward for next season on Friday nights when I'm in college. I can see you on the sidelines and everything. But right now, I'm going to miss government with you, and hopefully you teach better wide receiving coaching. I love you so much, Coach.
All right, Coach, I'm going to be honest with you. Up until the Round Rock game, I didn't know that you were 35 and had 2 kids, so stay young and stay golden.
Okay, I just want to say thank you, Coach Winship, for being my kicking coach for the last year of football, probably ever. You have had your ups and downs, but I was thankful that you were able to stick together, and I hope for a great season next year.
What's up, Coach Winship? I remember the first day of practice when you first got here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that has had such a low football IQ. It was like watching a deer in the headlights, pretty much. You had no idea where you were on the field, but you've grown a lot this season, and you've definitely learned a bunch from Coach Wilkine.
Coach Winship, I don't know what to say. Yes, sir. This is terrible. Sorry, sir. You put Vaughn at the wrong time. Yes, sir. You kicked the ball the wrong way.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
we really need you to step up and coach better, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I don't want it to happen again.
Sorry, sir.
Laura, were you going to come up and say something? I can't remember if you want to come on up? She was going to say something real quick. Coach-wise, we were going to do our coach gifts real quick. Give a hand for our president. Come on up. And a Packer fan.
Go Pack. Okay. I'm
I'm just kind of up here to thank these awesome coaches, but before I do that, I want to thank the awesome booster board, the committee chairs, all you volunteers. Thank you for working so hard this season and making it fun, and I will miss you. I will miss this whole program, so thank you. Okay, now to thank the awesome coaches. You guys have done a great job. I know you've spent tons and tons of hours with our boys and have made them great men. And on behalf of the booster board, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So we have a little gift for you. And I'm making this quick, Brett Gillespie. So that's it. Can I call the Leadership Council to pass them out? Okay, can Leadership Council come up and help me pass these out and make this quick? Thank you. The names are all on there. Okay.
Mike.
Okay, we are ready to break. So we are going to take a senior picture real quick. If I can have some parents come and take pictures and maybe text me the pic. Seniors, let's stand up here or on the ground. And we're going to take a big pic. Hey, give me a Vipers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for tonight.
Thank you.
Clean up. Help clean up.
Thank you.